What's going on? Happy Saturday. So I'm just getting in some work before Patrick's show. Sometimes I like to play music. I thought I'd play some 70s commercials. This shit's kind of funny. Also looking at it for motifs. I don't know. I want to do some small commercials for stuff, for some books, and I'm just kind of watching some old 70s shit because I think it would be kind of funny. Let's get started. Look at this guy.
A kid, the closest you could get me to a fish was the aquarium. Now, thanks to McDonald's, I'm the expert. You see, most fish is not government inspected, but all McDonald's fish is U.S. government inspected grade A. And it's all prime white filet. No fish cakes, not ground up, not mixed with other fish. It's a filet of fish, the best-selling fish sandwich in America. Tell them your nickname, Henry. They call me Jaws.
Quality you can taste.
They call me Jaws.
Hey, let's play a game.
Game? Oh, you can play Einstein if you got some mind. You can be the red, and you can be the green, and you can be the yellow, and you can be the blue. But don't you touch Einstein until he tells you to. Einstein's a computer that's lots of fun. 4 can play or just 1. If you win, Einstein knows, but if you lose, Einstein goes.
Oh, Johnson.
Oh, he doesn't have to call it Johnson. His name is Einstein. Or you can call it Ein, or you can call it Stein.
People in the
What
Los
the
Angeles
fuck
area
was
are
that?
discovering a brand new way to enjoy the great taste of Coke.
Look at that little Coke.
Convenient 8-ounce California compact.
I think they're really convenient. I think it's a good thing. I just think the smaller cans like that are just really come in handy. If I'm going out swimming or going out to a rock to lay down, I can throw them in my purse.
There's only one soft drink available in the convenient new 8-ounce can. Aren't you glad it's Coke?
Those little 8-ounce cans are really neat.
I've seen smaller cans like that.
For fun.
But they were like used for like mixers. You know what I mean? Like behind a bar, like tiny little cans of Coke.
She don't flick my bed.
But they weren't like thin. They were like tall and skinny,
Okay, think
like a Red Bull can.
How can I tell when a girl's a hick?
Right.
Well, it's either the cow manure on her boots, or either that or else a straw hat with the hole.
Make a date to catch the dating game, weekdays at 5 p.m.
Wow. So this is the 70s. So right, so you know they fucked, right?
I never have seconds.
Probably.
I was beginning to think there was no instant coffee worth a second cup. I tried powders, crystals, freeze-dried.
Powders,
But wait a
crystals.
minute.
Crank.
U-Ban makes such rich coffee, their instant has to be special. And is it ever? Instant U-Ban makes coffee that's so deliciously rich.
Could I have seconds first?
Instant U-Ban with richness worth a second cup.
I mean, let's be honest. The guy is heading to work.
mean,
He
really
needs
clean.
the extra
And it has
caffeine
things
to
that I
support this
Beard
woman
and
and
Rich
her
shampoo, body on tap. Gives your
journey
hair
into
super
fucking
body,
flavored
super hold.
coffee.
Brewed with 1/3 real beer.
Wow.
But don't drink it. Just shampoo. Whether I
Holy
roll
shit,
it,
that's
thin it,
Vicky Vale.
curl it, or blow it dry. It gives my hair super body, super hold.
And the shine of your life. It's the beer shampoo. That
I don't know
does
what her
it
real
in
name is.
3
Who gives a
body-building
shit?
formulas.
But that's Vicky Vale.
That's body.
On tap.
Nice body.
How do you handle a hungry man? The manhandlers.
He's working up an appetite
Dude,
of manhandling.
you want to hop in here, J-Bot? What are you
Looks
doing,
like
buddy?
my boy's grown up. He's ready for Campbell's Manhandlers, like beef soup, juicy beef, and sun-ripened vegetables. A big tasting soup, a man-sized part of a man's meal.
The manhandlers.
The Manhandlers. Mmm, good.
Meet Kelly Blixton. She used to be a waitress. Today, thanks to technical school, she works as an electrician.
I'm really excited about my life, the possibilities.
Where the fuck is she from?
Doing. I really like who I am.
Kelly Blixton changed her life by going to technical school. What about you? Write to Careers, Box 111, Washington, D.C. 20044.
Sitting there eating a sandwich, reading the paper. Look at that. Even back then, it was like their
There's
faces
something
were into
special
something.
about a woman's touch.
Oh,
You do
woman's
so
touch.
much for so many.
Yet
Nice
some
frock.
days you don't
Hey,
feel
Mom.
your best because of occasional irregularity. Then
Uh-oh.
you take Correctol, the modern gentle laxative. Correctol's special formula combines a mild laxative with a softening agent. Its gentle overnight action will help you feel like yourself again. Next time, try Correctol, the modern gentle laxative so many women are using today.
So they take it, and then in the morning they fucking shit this like rose.
Here's our point.
And there's like glitter around it, and like they've now finished their shit for the month, right?
You can draw or write. We made our
that's what women use it for. They're like, oh, I'm not feeling good. So they take the Correctol in the evening, and then they wake up and they've shit this little like flower. It's almost like a blooming onion, but not. You know what I mean?
I live in North Carolina, but I love New York.
Call toll-free for our free 100-page vacation guide.
That looks pretty nice.
Affordable vacation packages and ideas. Find out why outdoor lovers from the Carolinas to Canada love New York.
I live in Brooklyn, but I love New York.
I live in Brooklyn, but I love New York.
You can win a moped on this great giveaway days. Come on down to your Honda dealer, he's giving a moped away.
Win a Honda moped. Enter now through July 31st.
Holy shit, get a moped.
Honda motorcycle dealer. See him for his details on Honda's great giveaway days.
You know, I see a moped on the street, and I'm going, that motherfucker's got a DUI. Look at that fucking DUI. At least in South Carolina, it was like, oh,
Coffee. You can get a $10 rebate check on this Mr. Coffee Royal Service. And look, $5 off this Mr. Coffee 200 model. And you get $7 off this Mr. Coffee 1212. In fact, save money on 5 Mr. Coffee models. So pick up a Mr. Coffee and pick up a check in the mail.
So Mr. Coffee wasn't just something out of
up to
fucking
$10.
Spaceballs?
I'll send you a check personally signed by me when you move up to Mr. Coffee.
How much of a check?
A long time ago.
Holy shit, look at this. Remember when this mattered?
Star Wars. An adventure unlike anything on your
That's so
planet.
fucked up.
It's an epic.
It's depressing as shit. Really.
And aliens from 1,000 worlds.
I mean, the shit doesn't matter anymore, but like, there was such mystique and like, what the fuck? Like, who the fuck is Boba Fett? What the fuck is going on? There's so little that it like lets your imagination run. Whoa, tracking, bitch.
Helped feed a family of 6 with no complaints.
Look at that family.
Now their son is moving the old Tappan to his home because the Hansons have this new Tappan self-cleaning range with the microwave oven on top.
Mm.
Pretty, Grandma.
I remember those as a
After
kid.
all these years, there's a whole new generation to cook for. And after all these years, a Tappan is still a Tappan.
Introducing the Zest Bathtub Test. In this tub, Zest. In this tub, your soap, Carol. Watch as we drain them.
The soap I use has left a definite bathtub ring, and there is not a ring with the Zest.
Now let's rinse.
The residue is not even coming off of this. It's going to be all over me.
So
I wonder what
Lathered up.
the coach
Really
says
nice. When
about
you rinsed, it was off of you.
bathtub rings.
Not on me. The Zest made me feel really clean and fresh.
Try deodorant Zest. Get that cleaner than soap feeling.
I don't know. I haven't heard him talk about taking showers or taking baths recently. Soaking.
You'll look better in clothes you wash in Woolite. By hand or machine, Woolite in cold water is safe for all fine washables. Woolite's so safe, knits stay in shape. Lingerie stays soft. Colors stay bright and light.
Lingerie stay soft
Feel this nice. I
as
feel
opposed
beautiful
to
now.
crunchy. Yeah, Woolite. I remember Woolite.
Sue,
It's like shit. You
what's
just
wrong?
like
One of those headaches.
see shit soaking
Better
in
get
the
something strong.
bathtub.
Okay, but safety concerns me. That's why I use Anacin.
What's going on, Fanta?
Sure, all of these are safe used as directed, but Anacin combines that safety with extra strength.
Whoa! Look at these
More
women's hairs.
strength than any regular headache
Look at the
tablet.
hairs on their
Strength with
heads.
safety.
Look at that fucking
That's
tight ass
how
bun.
Anacin
That's some
combines
tight ass
safety
shit.
you expect
Anacin.
with
Anal
extra
sin.
strength you want.
Why do the Brooklyn High School football champs spend 1 week in hell before each season? Read about it in Brooklyn Magazine. Call 800-325-6400 to subscribe now.
Shame on you when you can do the old dirty bastard Brooklyn Zoo. Oh shit!
Brooklyn Magazine. Call toll free 800-325-6400.
They're like giving pills out to the kids.
What does Brooklynite Eli Wallach have to say about the quality of life in Brooklyn?
I guess this was recorded from Brooklyn. We're seeing New York stuff, this Brooklyn stuff. I like that. That's all right.
Some places fry their burgers. That's something we don't do. We broil our burgers on a flame. Yeah, broil them just for you. We broil them just for you. At Burger King, we flame broil our burgers, never fried.
You know, I think that you know when you pass a Burger King and it's got that smell, I think that smell is fucking freak.
George and Judy are our closest friends.
Oh, there we
I
are.
would have felt embarrassed.
What's up, dude?
Any minute.
Hey, what's up, bud? How you doing?
Good, good.
Donna, you better check these glasses.
They were spotty.
Do you remember any of this shit? How old are you?
I'm 40, gonna be 41 this month.
If you have spot problems, you really should try Cascade. Cascade.
Do you remember any of this stuff?
Might be before my time.
Yeah.
Well, I found Cascade really does do the job. It leaves my glasses practically.
Leaves my glasses.
Oh man.
What are you doing this morning?
Just hanging out with the kiddo. And the wife's here on the couch. The wife's like, I'm here too, man. Like, yeah, she's here too. Behind me, it's utter chaos. It's a horrible mess. So
that's what it. Behind me, it's nice and organized. But in front of me, to the side, yeah, it's chaos. Oh, that's spicy meatball. Is he trying to fucking? What's he doing to these ladies? Ladies, never accept just like a glass of wine from a dude on the street. That's some Bill Cosby shit.
Those are those OG cans that were like made out of steel.
Yeah, dude. Those are the cans where like you had to like puncture them yourself. Remember? Fuck. Dude, there was a time when like you'd get a can of beer or a Coke and you'd be like, psh, psh. You'd have to like pop holes in it yourself.
Yeah.
And then there was like this weird little tab for a while. Until now, the current. Oh shit, she's gotta take a shit. Oh no, she's just thirsty. She's like, yo, I gotta go take a shit. Because of those Correctals. She had taken Correctals earlier.
Oh no.
Oh my god, J-Bot. We need some 80s made. 80s. You wanna get in here, dude? This motherfucker just got the rights back to his music.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Think about that. This guy did these albums, and then through the recording deals, lost his fucking rights to the music. And so he, for like years, like he couldn't do anything about it. He couldn't play the music, and like he couldn't control where the music was being seen until just recently.
Oh man, I gotta be killer. Well, he's not the original singer, right? He's not the original. He's not the original singer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he is. Okay, because I
Yeah,
thought there
the
was
original
a
singer and songwriter for Clearwater.
Okay, maybe that's another band I was thinking about where like they had the singer, their brother died in like a car accident or something, and he sung.
Oh, that's Leonard Skinnard.
Okay, yeah.
The brother and some of the family or some of the band members died in a plane crash, I think, or maybe a fucking bus crash. No, it was a plane crash, but another member of Leonard Skinner died in a motorcycle accident. So, like the brother, the lead singer died, and some other people, and then the younger brother started singing with the band.
Ah, okay.
An amazing shrinking act. Newsweek calls it the big scale dive.
Now you just die of a heart attack or mysterious reasons and shit. No.
Yeah, dude. Now people are just fucking dropping.
But like it's the ozone.
I mean, it's almost like it was designed or manufactured or something. I mean, I'm not saying it's conspiracy, but like,
it's a little wider. Even has more hip and shoulder.
What's it called? Like, there's suddenly something called like sudden adult death syndrome.
Yeah.
Comparably equipped, Ford LTD is sticker priced like a downsized Chevrolet. So
I
this
think
year,
I think it backfired. I think we'll get the celebrities all to take it, and then the people will follow. People are like, I'm not so sure about this shit,
has
man.
the full size of a Cadillac, yet it's priced like a downsized Chevrolet. When America needs
What's
a better
going on, buddy?
idea,
Yes, a plane crash.
Under the proposals that I recommended, no person would have to pay
Oh,
more
look
than
at this guy.
$750 a year for both hospital care
Do you
and
like
medical care.
nachos? When they had him
With
on
that
Simpsons,
kind of
that shit was
protection,
hilarious.
then nobody
Do you like
really
nachos
has
and
to
beer?
fear all of their resources being depleted. I say frequently, and I mean it, there's no reason why somebody should go broke just to get well.
A sensitive man, President Ford. Government regulations say we can make our Hebrew national beef hot dogs from frozen
I think
beef.
President Ford,
We don't.
like, he just kind of like
The government says we can use artificial coloring.
became
We
fucking
don't.
president somehow.
They
like,
say we can
first
add
there
meat
was one vice
byproducts.
president. Now, don't
We
quote me on
don't.
this.
They say
First
we
there
can
was
add
one
non-meat
vice
fillers.
president,
We can't.
and then he fucking
We're
like
kosher and have to
got
answer
shit
to an
canned.
even higher
Maybe
authority.
I want to say Spiro Agnew, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So there's one vice president. He gets fucking fired. He brings in Gerald Ford, and then Nixon Nixon fucking bounces, and so then you had Gerald Ford as the president. So it was like this dude just kind of like fucking shuffled his way up to the top.
He just fell into it.
Yeah, like 1 second he was like, I sell used cars, and then he's the president.
Now you are cooking Jack.
I bet you Maromi could correct me on that.
International Ladies
Agnew.
Workers Union, but a lot of our jobs have
Maybe.
disappeared. A lot
Agnew
of
was
clothes
the first
Americans
one.
are buying for women and kids are imports. They're being made in foreign places.
So it's like he ran. It's like it'd be like
we can support our families and pay our taxes.
you know, Biden running with fucking Harris, and then Harris backing out, and him just like picking a random fucking other person, and then Biden backing out, and then suddenly you have a fucking person in office that like nobody voted for.
He's like, hey, I just worked in the mailroom, man. I don't even know how the fuck I got here.
Like, I just answered that phone. Like, I was the one who was answering the phones that day.
That might be interesting in some circumstances, though.
Yeah.
You got like the guy at Marvel who works in the mailroom, and all of a sudden he's like drawing Amazing Spider-Man and shit. He's like, I don't even know how I got here.
The most riotous comedies of all time.
I'm sure there's a couple of people like that. Who was like, yeah, sort of like interns and stuff. Though when I went to school, like the intern program had been stopped. Like they were no longer giving class credit for internships at Marvel.
Huh. I think maybe they just had an influx of talent. Maybe everybody wanted to be a. Maybe.
I think the school considered it like a glorified coffee kind of like gopher. Like you were just going to be there, and you were just going to make copies of shit, and you know you weren't going to be involved in any of the artwork. And so they were like, so they kind of, we're not going to give you credit for just hanging out and going and getting coffee. That was what it was, how it was told to me. I was like, oh, okay.
And around what year was this?
94.
Okay.
But I knew people that had done apprentice like internships at Marvel like a couple of years before. And that was what it was like. Yeah, it was just getting coffee and making copies. They didn't get to like fuck with the artwork or contribute. But I mean, I think there is some good in it. You know what I mean? Like if you're drawing and you're in the offices, the editors are seeing you.
Get to new contacts.
Yeah, I can
learn
see
how
there
to
being
where shit
benefits
is.
to it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like
you'd be surprised how, how not necessarily difficult, but not everybody can make decent copies. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, it would be. It's interesting to be like, yo, show us that you could do basic shit.
Yeah, office shit.
You know? Yeah, like, can you get an order of coffee and get it done correctly? Like, if you can't do that, then maybe I shouldn't give you this fucking Spider-Man script.
Yeah.
You know, like.
Once you're typing back sooner.
Plus, you know, you get to work in a professional environment too. That's experience that you can't, you know. You're not just coming from a classroom and being like, "Hey, hire me."
Yeah, because you know, once you leave the classroom, like you're stepping into a whole nother hierarchy. You know, like a whole nother chain of people. And I'm not just talking about like patriarchy, like dudes. I'm saying like you graduate school, you leave school, you go into your industry. Like there's already like a shit ton of people there. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You have to kind of work your way up.
You know, so many people have been nice to me this year. I'd like to give them
Learn
something
people
too.
skills. And, yeah, I mean,
unless you're like Joe Madureira and they just hire you at like fucking 17. You know what I mean? But that's like that's like fucking Mozart. You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
real.
That's like my X-Men was that era. So that's what I remember the most. Besides Jim Lee's.
Christmas is what Lucky is all about.
We got Christopher John coming in.
What makes
Hey, Chris.
different from
I
any
think.
other in the world? This button.
Where you at,
It
buddy?
brings you a home video game built in, a Magnavox exclusive. One touch and it's
coming?
Magnavox Color TV
You coming?
with a color picture of astonishing clarity. Touch again.
Give it another shot,
and it's
dude.
Odyssey, America's favorite home video
Try
game.
again.
Why settle for just Color TV when now you can
You
have
can
a
do
built-in
it.
home video game too? Only from Magnavox.
Because I want to talk about something that I heard about. Got a washing machine's arriving. See you later on post. What's up, Mr. Solomon? Oh, what's wrong with Harry? Hey, that's the chick from Revenge. Oh, why is that shit like a fucking...
You can love soft. Soft will make his love light shine. Love's
Like his head looked like a penis. This looks like a fucking wiener. Like, what?
Oh, it's body spray.
Dude, Christopher John, where you at, dog?
Is now joined by another incredible.
He's stuck in the Matrix.
He is, man.
GLC station wagon.
I keep trying to bring him in, but he's fucking sitting in the goddamn parking lot of McDonald's.
It's versatile and economical, and has a responsive new 4-cylinder engine. The new
Now I'm watching the back room. Yo, dude. I don't know if I want to say who told me about it, but I saw Joe Madureira's new game, or at least I was told about it. Like Joe Madureira he has his company, and they're putting out a game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and somebody has the beta and was playing it and told me about it. And I was like, dude, is it like Battle Chasers? Like, does it just look like... And he was like, yes. Like, that's how fucking dope. I was like...
Awesome.
Holy shit. Like, gaming technology has, like, caught up with Joe's artwork. You know what I mean? Like...
Well, he did. I don't know if he did if it was his game studios, but I know he did like the first. Like I know he designed the aesthetic of the first Darksiders games.
Yeah,
the first two.
Yeah.
And those look sick, man. I never played them, and then a customer or one of my employees was like, dude, like it came in, and he's like, you didn't play this? Like, no, I haven't played it. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh shit! Like it's like watching his artwork like move in like real time. I'm like, oh, this is awesome.
So it's just that and then better, I guess, is what I'm... And then, I don't know if it's like open world or what, but it's...
What good things go with milk?
I'm kind of psyched on it.
That's cool, man. His designs. I remember reading an interview from him, and he was talking about how he would never did comics. He would have just went straight into video games.
Oh, here he is. I see him grooming.
Hi.
Back
Hey,
room.
bud.
What's going on, man?
How
you doing? Raiders battle. Fuck yeah.
Good to see you.
How you doing, dude?
Action photography is easy with them.
I might add, Joe worked directly on 1, 2, and 4. Oh, Darksider.
Oh, nice.
Oh shit! Look, he's throwing his penis away.
I never even bought the third one because he didn't work on it.
And the electronic self-timer lets us get into our own pictures.
Oh, look, he's trying
I
to
was one of
smash
those
his penis into
nutcases
the
myself that worshipped every line he drew. You know,
Dude, Battle Chasers was cash money.
Oh, well,
So fucking
X-Men. Well, not so much X-Men. Battle Chasers.
X-Men, dude, I have some X-Men and it's a little rough. But it is monthly, so I'm not really like talking shit. But Gary Gilmore, but I liked his Avengers shit. I liked his Savage Wolverine, right? Didn't he do some Savage Wolverine?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that stuff was.
Avenging Spider-Man, I think he did some.
He did
Avenging
that on the 11x17 turned sideways, and 2 pages per 11x17, which was crazy.
Bless you, sweetie. That's my wife sneezing.
Oh, I thought that was somebody's cat in the background.
I thought it was a cat, sweetie. Yeah.
Seriously? Oh, nice. Oh.
Wow, he looks so young there.
Why don't we go on up to my suite and get a little more comfortable?
Hey, Matt.
Ooh, who said that?
I'm
Oh,
gonna
look at
go.
Billy Crystal.
I'm gonna go smoke a bowl.
Do it.
Bob, I need a $10 raise.
Who the fuck is this lady? Hey, Bob Newhart.
Be back. Hail the chat. I'll be back.
Hail the chat. Always.
How about 15?
Yeah, we'll be here until PTP starts his show.
Yeah, PTP shows are becoming my favorite.
They're fun, dude.
Yeah, they're chill, not too crazy. Sometimes other
I agree with that 100%. Sorry.
Like drama stuff, and it's like I don't care about that stuff, man. Let's see what we're working on. Show me some
I
cool
love
shit.
it. He put all the enthusiasm behind the comics and toys, and that's what I.
Yeah, he's putting his money where his mouth is with a lot of that stuff, and I'm really jamming on working with him.
Yeah, it's
so as soon as I finish with that, as soon as we do Last of the Seekers, we have some stuff like lined up after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with
Sweet.
Robin Toys. So it's like they don't have the license for Silverhawks. So, but they have toys. So we're going to be doing something else. It's not. I'm not going to say what it's called. I'm not going to say anything else. But it's like, okay, we can't do that. Well, let's do something that's like riffing off of it, but is also original. So it's like,
after making some progress with
it's
the company,
dope, dude.
I
It'll be
decided
dope. Like imagine Mumra being on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah. So it's like really dope toys, original toys.
in a sensible size. Practical
With comic books tying into them, so there's like there'll be this like synergy of like you know
we build them around people with luxury
inspiration going back and forth. You know what I mean? Like stuff that we're drawing, we'll get onto the toys. Stuff that they're doing with the toys, we'll get into the comic books, and be fucking just keep building on that. What is this? What is this? +1? Is this Mama's Little Helpers?
Every day. One little yellow tablet a day helps replace the
Hey, that lady!
with the exact amount of
That's
iron
the
one
mom
person
from
should have every
E.T.
day and 10 essential vitamins.
And,
Oh, yeah.
From The Howling. That's the lady from The Howling.
Oh man, I saw Howling 2 in the drive-thru.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we watched. Remember Disney's Black Hole was before that. It was a double feature.
Oh, it's a double feature. Look at this. Whoa, look at these kids do it. See, they wouldn't be able to do this now, dude.
No.
They wouldn't.
Is it a Juicy Fruit commercial?
It'd be like you're all got ADHD.
Yeah, or it's like
you're like drug these kids up.
Oh, like, hey, what about my kid? My kid has no foot. You know, that's not fair to show this kind of commercial like that. This commercial makes my kid sad because his fucking hand is growing out of his shoulder and he doesn't have an arm.
Just
buy your
This is a type of placing.
Have him shut the fuck up. That's crazy. Like I watched the challenge with my wife. That's like one of the things that we watch together, and they're doing like all kinds of like physical activity challenges and stuff. And like one of the guys has like half a hand. Like he was like born with like half his hand, and this dude's a beast.
I don't change my. I stay.
And it's just like
Old lefty, is that what?
It's like you keep, and the guy is like, I think he's won like 3 times.
Yeah.
And it's like you keep telling these kids they can't do stuff. You know what I mean?
Dodgeball, dude. Fucking A.
It's like eventually you're just gonna start believing you and not want to do shit.
Exactly. You show them like
Is that
Yeah,
Polly Walnuts?
you know what it is. You treat them differently, they're gonna act it.
When he gets the 24-hour bug.
All right, I'll be back. I gotta smoke this thing.
And
Smoke that thing.
upset and diarrhea. This is what we have for
This
the
guy
chills
doesn't
and
want his
pains.
fucking
But for
wife
the
fucking
upsets
sharing
and
this
common
shit. Like he's
diarrhea,
more upset.
we
Like
have Pepto-Bismol.
why are you talking about my
Do
diet
you get
fucking
what he
rhea, lady?
gets when you get
I
the
love you,
bug?
honey, but
Well,
stop
then get
fucking talking
Pepto-Bismol
about that.
before you get the bug, because you won't want to go out and get it when you got
Like
it.
you would never shit your pants, lady. Like, come on, guys, gotta be me.
I know, he's like, man, I'm just trying to fucking chill, and you're telling 100,000 people that I'm fucking shitting myself.
And I just got home working 60 hours at the shit factory or whatever, you know. You know, this is like up.
I think this is from a show. Like these two people were like on a show together where they solved crimes.
Has to tell people about it.
Maybe
So obvious. What's obvious? What you said.
he was in some like the Rockford Files.
Yeah.
And then she was in some. Oh, look at that fucking car, dude. God damn.
Thing's a tank.
Fuck, I want that in fucking black, dude. Oh, that's a beast.
Power steering and brakes, white walls,
Tinted windows. Oh, wait a minute. No, you know what? I want that. I want the station wagon.
Oh, that's a cool one.
no charge.
Well, I like that fastback. Yeah, but I like the station wagon.
Probably have like real glass. I think they had real glass
dude,
windshields back then.
Shattered. Just fucking goes all over the place, dude.
All our driver's ed videos were like from like the 60s. So they show people going through those.
Person.
It's probably before like the McDonald's was on every corner.
Polaroid's electric zip land camera, the whole world is yours for the taking instantly. Color in a minute, black and white in seconds.
It's crazy. I got customers come in. They bring, of course they have little ones and they want to look at games and stuff. And we have some pop figures, and we had like little pop figures of like Hamburglar and Grimace and Mayor McCheese and shit. Exactly. They had no idea. So we're just like, me and the mom are like, you don't know who Mayor McCheese is, dude?
Yeah, dude. There was,
15-year-old kids like, no, I don't. Like,
the playgrounds at McDonald's, they were like. It weren't just like basic ass, tubes and nets and balls. It was like, oh, there's Grimace, and you stood inside this like caged Grimace, and his feet were springs, so you fucking rock back and forth. And then there was like the hamburger-headed motherfucker. You like climbed into his body and then climbed up into his head. The Fry Guys, like you rode on the Fry Guys, like they were like incorporating this shit.
Yeah, they were outside on concrete with a metal slide.
Yeah,
burn your ass in the summer.
Plastic, dude. They were like, yo, we love plastic. Molded plastic. Just fucking, that was it. That's what you got, You got molded plastic and you liked it.
Outstanding World Series, 3 home runs in one game. Now that was a day I'll never forget. And it helped me to get my own candy hit. Reggie, with a rich caramel center,
Reggie,
fresh roasted
yeah, yum.
Super chocolatey covering.
Maybe
Reggie, the candy they named after me.
Now eat one.
Reggie, you taste pretty good.
I don't recall that one.
Must have not been good.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hello, welcome to Epstein Island.
Flush control with touch tape. It delivers color that goes on like cream, or it's like powder, so you can shape it, shade, contour.
Jesus, give this fucking lady a sandwich.
It's waterproof.
Sorry, that's rude. I'm just like, this lady.
It's beautiful.
No kidding. They're all, we're all on cocaine and shit.
Yeah, dude, they're all coked the fuck up hard. They're just like.
Riuniti on ice.
That's nice.
That's nice. Who's that in the background? Oh shit! People need to bring those back. Sashes.
Riuniti on ice.
That's nice.
Yeah, that's hot.
There's
Yo,
nothing quite as
that's
refreshing as a chilled bottle of Riuniti wine, red, white, or rosé.
Rosé, dude. Jesus.
Guilty. Not guilty. 6 votes guilty, 6 votes not guilty.
Guilty.
Could go on all day. Pass out the right guard deodorant.
Good.
We got stick or spray.
With Right Guard, stick or spray protects all day. They don't just cover up odor, they help stop odor before it starts. All day.
6 took stick, 6 took spray.
Right Guard deodorant. Don't get dressed without it.
Don't.
The many roles I play.
So they need to bring back the round deodorant tubes.
So I use hot curlers, blow dryers, things that can be brutal to hair. I switched from
Who
one
is this
conditioner
lady?
to another looking for help. Then came Alberto VO5 hot oil treatment. It works just like a salon hot oil treatment, but takes less time and money. I just heat a tube, smooth it in, and shampoo. My hair's left silky, shiny, more manageable than I ever dreamed. Alberto VO5 hot oil treatment. I'll never switch again.
There was a weird valley to that lady. It didn't seem real.
Yeah.
Her hair, like her hairline was too close to her eyes or something. I don't know.
From hot oil treatments to perms.
Yeah, baby. Alka-Seltzer, baby. Yeah. Look, that's the end of his career right there. Alka-Seltzers.
Oh, was that old dude?
Sammy Davies. Sammy D. Drew. Sammy D. Jr. Hey, this guy. He ended his career like, oh, fuck yeah, bro. That's what I'm talking about. Pull that beer out of that fucking stream. Yo, when we go camping, like my brother brings, like he doesn't blaze, you know, but he does drink, and so he'll like bring like Johnny Walker, various colors of Johnny Walker, and he'll bring them in like steel cylinders, and we'll put them in the river.
Oh, dude, that sounds great.
It's fucking cold as fuck, dude. This dope, dude. They'll like Johnny Walker Black, Johnny Walker Black and Gold. You know what I mean? It's just like I don't know, I understand what he's talking about. You know, it's like yeah, this is a Scotch. It's single malt and it's blah 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 Oban or whatever, and it's like tastes fucking weird, dude. Like, I'm not a big fan of that, but around the campfire, it's just like it works. That's dope, dude. I like the cars on the logo like that. It's kind of cool.
Starting wear accounts for 90% of your car's engine wear. Fact, the black oil Arco Graphite protects your engine better than any other leading motor oil because it reduces friction better than any other leading motor oil. Our Arco Graphite has 2 lubricants, premium motor oil plus anti-friction graphite.
Everything got my oil changed.
Lee Majors. I'm hearing the voice, and it's Lee Majors.
Oh.
Leading motor oil. Arco Graphite. It's a fact, not friction.
For my headaches.
He knows about oil,
need a
about being
special pain
a
reliever.
Dirty Dozen guy.
All you need is Bayer aspirin.
Really?
If you need more than Bayer, see your doctor. Bayer
Damn.
aspirin,
Means that you're dying.
Yeah. If you need more than Bayer, you have AIDS.
Get your ass in the hospital right now.
And millions use Bayer with no stomach upset. All you need is Bayer aspirin. If you
All
need
you
more
need is
than Bayer,
Bayer.
see your doctor.
Don't you ever use
All I
anything
need
else.
is Bayer.
You need more than Bayer, dial 911. Get your ass to the hospital.
My father calls me a lot long distance, and also he started running. I'm a runner, and he got this bug in his head that he wanted to enter a race with 3 generations. And he said,
That doesn't sound good, having a bug in your head.
and then get one of your children to
Right.
train too. Get them ready. Get one of your children to do it so that we can have 3 generations in the race in the spring. But I was just so excited.
Yeah. Maybe it was the bug in your head.
Yeah.
BJ.
Turns out it was a tumor.
Got a monkey with him.
Sure does.
BJ's a happy-go-lucky trucker.
What the fuck?
BJ has a weakness.
It's BJ from the Bear. No, thank you. And it's like Joe Glass on fucking Twitter.
The answer is always making trouble for BJ and the
Casey
Bear.
Kasem.
Are you the guy?
I'm the guy.
You know what he's doing?
Does he ever?
That's what they need to bring back. Trucker heroes.
Yeah, they need to bring back Convoy. They need to redo Convoy. Convoy, but in space.
Man has been searching for the fountain of youth.
How about
Are we
that?
close to finding it?
Space Convoy.
Body Forum, a new magazine exploring the secrets of
I
life.
think that's a fleet.
Probing interviews with the world's leading scientists.
Um,
Dr. Sharaski,
yeah,
Hans
well,
Kugler, and Dr.
Kinda?
examine controversial
Yeah,
topics.
I guess that's what you call it.
Is biotin the secret to hair growth?
Against an Imperial
Really
fleet?
visible? How important is nutrition to your hair, skin, and fingernails?
Dude, how important is it?
Battle of the Bulge. Up-to-date information from the world's top diet specialists. Exercise tips from experts.
This is back when they were like, don't eat any fucking fat free.
Life extension.
Oh shit, look at this. Oh my god, that little girl turned into a man.
Heart attacks. How not to have one. Emotional problems. Are they all in your head? Stress.
Surprised we haven't seen any.
All in your head, and they showed like art. Do you have emotional problems? Are you creating art in your head? You fucking weirdo. Think about money and then die.
Yeah, seriously, right?
Love potions.
Love potions. This was like a series of books.
Affect your sex life.
Right?
I'm surprised we haven't seen like Encyclopedia Britannica or some shit.
Do you remember Time Life had like a series of books, and one was like UFOs, and another one was like unusual creatures, and another was like ancient civilization. It was like a whole series of books.
Yeah. And then they had like how to remodel your kitchen.
Yeah, dude, margarine and Crisco, dude. Those were the days. What's going on? Oh my god.
Call toll free 1-800-528-6050.
There's Dan in the back eating Crisco, and then there's Christopher.
Call toll free.
Oh, he's sideways.
1-800-528-6050.
Unmute yourself, sir.
Chris is dancing on the ceiling.
Dance because he's baked. He's so high. We can't hear you. Unmilk yourself.
See the season premiere of Brothers and Sisters following Super Bowl 13.
How you doing,
Yeah,
Dan?
I guess that's kind of how I feel right now.
Bubba fucking licious. Look at this.
Damn, look at this trippy shit.
Man. Oh fuck! I'd be fucking terrified.
Like whatever you do, don't sneeze.
Oh fuck it, he's in outer space. This is just ayahuasca. This is fine. Oh my god. Did you know that Bubblicious used to have ayahuasca in it?
What?
Yeah. Yeah, Coke. You know, because like Coca-Cola used to have cocaine. Like Bubblicious used to have small traces of ayahuasca. I'm
Kind of like
bullshitting.
Pepsi
That's
has
not true.
Pepsid in it.
What?
I'm making shit up. I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, I was like, is that real? I'm like, wow. I know the cocaine thing was real, but
Oh shit! What is this, a corpse?
Budweiser, yeah.
Yeah. Fucking A, man. That's like illegal right now. I think they took that statue down.
Anheuser-Busch Williamsburg.
Are they in Williamsburg right now?
I don't remember. I just remember they had that theme park up there, East Coast on the northern side.
Yeah, that is called Busch Gardens, the Old Country.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah, I grew up like 40 minutes away from it. Like that was like a fucking stable.
Richard Pryor and Maggie Smith.
That was in like heavy rotation.
Oh, I love that
during the
movie.
summertime was going to fucking Busch Gardens, dude.
Yeah, I think I've been there like twice.
It's like really pretty because they really try not to chop any trees down when they were building it. So it's like the whole theme park. You're like walking through woods and forests and stuff. So it's like it's always shaded and nice. I love that place.
Right back.
There's a style going on with these parents' hairs. You know, the moms, they all had like hairdos that was like, don't fuck me.
No kidding.
Like, I'm not interested in
They're all
fucking
feathered on the
touched,
side.
found
That's what it is.
I got like dudes haircuts.
Yeah.
Well, it was all about equality back then, right? I don't know.
I don't know. I think they were there, you know, but I don't know if it was as vapid as it is now.
No, absolutely not.
Because the crunch always gives you any good breakfast.
Captain sounds fucked up, dude. Kids up there fucking kill you all. You better get off of this island or I'm gonna eat you. Right
I
after
don't even
the
know if they
Wizard of
do
Oz.
any any mascots for cereals anymore, man. I don't even think they do it anymore.
This is Aldo Cella.
Tony the Tiger's still around.
Is not pretty.
And Casey the cocaine kangaroo, he's still around too.
Powerful. But Aldo Cella
He's good.
It's
Cella Lambrusco, a very special red wine.
Yeah. Champagne.
Is this thing fucking working?
Saturday night, go downtown, see the sights, girls and pinballs, broken bright lights. Wish every
I think it's gonna say girls and bimbos. I was like, ain't it the same thing?
Yeah.
Sweet mixture, you know.
Whoa, look at that guy. He's all coked out. He's just fucking. Oh, look. Cook. What the fuck?
Strawberry when squirted with whipped topping from a can. I'm more beautiful when swiggled with Cool Whip. She is more beautiful, but didn't that cost a lot? About the same as yours. And swiggled tastes fresher than the leading whipped topping.
That's bizarre.
No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does.
How did they do that?
Non-dairy whipped topping. So fresh tasting.
Just put them in giant strawberries.
Swiggle me.
I think they were in a straw. I think the strawberries were small and they were like really far in the background.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This looks like 60s, 70s, and 80s to me.
Oh, shit. Twinkie the Kid, dog.
Yeah, hosted fruit pie sticks.
I used to love those fruit pies, man.
You get a big delight in every bite.
This couldn't be hard to like redo, right? If you were like, yeah, this comic and that comic, yeah. I don't know. I'm just. Oh, that looks fucking delicious. What is that shit?
At Jack in the Box restaurants, we're cooking up a lot more than great hamburgers.
Look, nobody's fighting back there.
I never had Jack in the Box in my whole life.
Me
I've
neither.
been an East Coast trap.
Now you are cooking.
Is it any good?
It's all right.
Janet is writing down her reasons for
We
quitting.
got some stuff here. We have it.
Clean well. Dull shine.
Try Step Saver.
Hey, Dan.
What is she like? I'm not doing it because she's like, I hate my husband. My kids are all stupid.
On your old mop and shine. I'm on Step
She's just like writing fucking shit she hates in her. They're like, no. We wanted you to write what you didn't like about your mop, not your life.
I want to fuck my neighbor. Oh wait, what?
Yeah. I want to fuck my neighbor. I hate my hairdo. I got this hairdo so that my husband would get off my ass.
Here's just a few of the gifts you can get for under $20.
Everything is black.
Easy. You're in Wendy's.
Sorry, man, but yeah. What would you like to order?
Hey, what if you went back and you go back in time with just like a couple of things? Like, which would you go back? Like, if you go back and you can only bring a koozie, right? You know, there's like blankets with the sleeves. What was it called?
A snuggie?
A snuggie. Basically, you're wearing a fucking bathrobe backwards, right? So you could bring a snuggie back or a Floby.
Star Wars.
Right? Fucking hairdo vacuum attachment. Or I'm trying to think of one other weird item. Which one would you bring back?
Or a George Foreman grill. No.
A George Foreman grill. There you go. A Floby, a George Foreman grill, or a fucking Snuggie. Which would you bring back to start an industry with?
I think the Foreman grill did okay.
All right.
I'm not sure about the Snuggies.
No, the Foreman grill, like
that's the one.
That thing blew up.
You're dead. Shit, I had one, so
me too.
I think everybody had one.
Was it legit?
Yeah, all it was a portable grill, and it was at an angle so your grease would drip off. But if you wanted to throw, a quick quick chicken breast on there or something, man, it was perfect.
And it was lean too.
Kids. Yeah, the college kids and shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Save the grease for when you cook the bacon or something.
We went
shit,
on
that line's about to eat that guy. Oh.
We went on a trip and we brought one, and that's what we were cooking with in the hotel room. We went to the grocery store and
Yeah, you could bring it indoors, no sweat.
yeah, and we were cooking in the hotel room. That other room, it was one of those hotels that like the doors were on the outside. It was like, you know, one of those like a Holiday Inn Express where the doors are on the outside.
Oh, right, yeah.
And we had like other people like, hey man, what you cooking? Oh, we're cooking burgers, man. Come on in. Like, I got beers. All right, cool, man.
we got a tub full of cold beer, you know? Man, those were the days.
Yeah, one guy was like, I got hot, you know, so people started bringing shit and we just were there just chilling with randos and stuff, eating our dinner together. It's pretty cool.
Am I breaking up?
No. It's Plagel's got something. He's playing something.
First thing you notice about the
He's got his fucking proton pack.
Oh.
End of that
Oh my
story
god,
was
that
then
sounded dope. Rev it up again?
Stainless steel blade. That's why Bic can charge only 19 3/4.
Oh, that thing's a beast.
This guy's a bad guy. Isn't this a guy a bad guy in a bunch of stuff? He looks like a bad guy. So far, I haven't seen him blink yet.
It's like a dirty foreigner bad guy.
I know, he hasn't blinked yet, you fucking psycho. Blink! There you go. Oh, this looks disturbing as shit, too. Oh, that's cute. Dan's ready to get some fucking ghosts. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Dragaboon?
Color a little dark?
Believe me, you'll get used to it.
What's the deal,
These
Skip?
days, it's pretty hard to get things done your way, but not at Burger King.
Holy shit, look at that hat.
Can we have the Whoppers with extra ketchup on them? Sure.
Damn.
She
Oh,
looks
my.
fuckable. She's like, yo. She's like, you sure that's all you want?
You get it without a lot of waiting.
Have it your way. It's 100% pure beef in every burger. I know that font. That font is like
sound
Paul
effects.
Cooper.
Can save money, new home or old. Your attic. In severe climates, we may need insulating power up to R38, a foot of three-zone sunny fiberglass. Another place to insulate. Floors over unheated garages or crawl
I'll be right back. I want to show you something.
Put your house in the pink. Get Owens
You want to share
fiberglass
something?
insulation now. It's cheaper than oil.
Oops, my baby kick.
It's cheaper than oil.
You'll be buying diapers. I'm wondering which one to use. That's easy. Pampers. They sure help keep my twins dry. What about other brands? Oh, I always use Pampers. They're the only diapers for me. Look, little Pampers with half the lining you need. Wait a minute, then slip in the blouse. You'll see the lining keeps your baby's skin a lot drier and comfortable.
Love that sound, dude. Boom! Whoa, whoa, nice shooting, Tex. I like that music. What is that music? Oh, it's fucking cat chow. What if the cat just kept eating? He just kept eating and eating and eating this fucking cat food. Would it just like turn into a fucking like a puma?
That's the way I could look. I never watched my diet. What really helps.
Oh wow, that's fucked up.
He
starts with like, look how fucking fat I would be if I wasn't eating these
candy bars.
These candy bars with laxatives built into them.
Just replace them with Snickers. Ha! Joke's on you, lady.
Joke's on you, fatty boobalati.
Oh, I went to Disney with
oh
my
shit,
family.
Invasion. Starship Invasion. This looks like dog shit.
Oh, cool.
If you took a proton pack to a lightsaber, what would happen?
The galaxy vaporizes.
Would it?
I don't know.
where they react with each other and cause a nuclear explosion, like fucking lasers and shields and doom.
Well, I mean, I would assume like if the lightsabers can like block lightning.
Nice work, Daddy. Love the baby.
They can block blasters. Why not?
Yeah, I think it might be okay. Unless it overloads the crystal.
So good, it works two ways. Like the spray on strong odors.
No, I had a blast at Disney World. That was fun.
Sounds like a solid, only better. In fact, it'll keep this bathroom fresh for 60 days.
Why don't you just take the dirty diapers and go throw them in the fucking dumpster outside, or just people like, oh, let me just put them in this little trash can inside the nursery. Like it's fucking gross.
No.
They start to like.
There's a new excitement in small cars. AMC's new Spirit DL.
I'm not saying out the dumpster. You know what I mean? Like take it outside.
It's right.
Where the fuck did those people just come from?
Let the Spirit move you to a beautiful ride.
This is a beautiful ride.
I do like that car. It was black. Yeah,
Then AMC.
That's a selling point. It's fucking corduroy.
Yeah, American Motor Corporation.
Oh shit. There you go.
What you doing working, lady?
Twins Matcha Belly brings you
She's like, fuck this job. I'm starting an OnlyFans account.
Yeah, right.
Fuck this secretary bullshit. Oh, look at this. Oh, she's wearing a cape. He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm gonna stack that shit like pancakes later.
You know me, even though I wrote a best-selling book on running, with most people, I need something to jog their
Who's
memory.
that? Leonard Nimoy?
I carry the American Express card. It's the only card
I can't tell. The quality is dog shit. That guy's physique. This must be his first job, dude.
Yeah.
He's fit, dude.
That's when it just came out.
Fit.
He
He barely
promoting
fit
it.
into that suit, dude. James F. Fix.
Yeah. Is it called yogging? I hate to quote that, but
He's got a fucking dad bod.
Love was such an easy game to play.
Paul.
Live at the Winter Garden Theater.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that's not
Dorothy
fucking
Hamill
Paul.
for Clairol,
Hey,
short
Dorothy
and sassy.
Hamill.
The longest it was about just
Who the fuck is Dorothy Hamill?
Straight
Olympics?
back.
Was she in the Olympics?
Now with short hair,
Yes.
I need more body.
Yeah, she's a gymnast, right?
Short and sassy. Everybody's going short and sassy. Look at
Sassy
that.
makes it shiny and gives it body. And let's face it, without body,
This was back
short
when
hair is
when
just
ice skating
short
didn't
hair.
have people getting clubbed in the kneecaps.
Yeah.
Saturday Fish is still missing.
Yeah, when things took a violent turn in the world of figure skating.
Nobody was safe.
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, I thought that was a fuck. Oh wait, that's still gotta hurt.
Take a swingers haven by storm in a special 2-hour
Fuck
premiere.
yeah, bro.
It's a vacation in paradise. Right after Fish and Operation Petticoat. Watch
Operation
tomorrow, starting at
Petticoat.
7 Central and Mountain on ABC.
Fuck yeah.
Appearing weekdays on Channel 11, it's the Croft Superstars. Now featuring the adventures of
Across what, sir?
wacky androids,
Superstars.
Fly and Fum accidentally become the guardian of a boy and his babysitter when their saucer flies into space and enters a different time period.
Holy fuck,
There
bro.
they
Look at
encounter
that.
plants that talk, cities under the sea, and a host of crazy creatures. Join the crew of Lost Saucer. Just one part of the Croft Superstars weekday
Oh,
afternoons
it's a
at 4
Crofts,
here
dude.
on 11.
Duh. There's a bunch of weird shit. Oh, it's that time of the month.
Many women experience
Oh no.
and swelling.
Bloating up. Oh, I hate you. Oh, I hate my life. Oh, nobody cares what I'm doing. Oh, I don't feel good.
It's like clockwork.
We go ahead and set my clock too.
Days may be until you try
Sorry, I was acting like that.
women's discomforts, try pampering.
Pampering.
But you know.
You know what was going on. Yes, honey. Oh, look at that. She fucking left Bono. She left Bono for fucking this dude.
Author of the best-selling Sensuous Woman.
Look at that fucking
There's a
hairdo.
calorie chart that shows you what it takes to get rid of the calories you've already eaten, and advice on how to talk to your doctor. And you can send in for the hot
Easy,
new
just
Star
use
Wars
words, it'll be
movie
fine.
poster. For 30 cents, the Star.
English language, perfect.
Yeah. Dude, that was crazy. It was like, yo, also get a poster for Star Wars. Just fuck it. It's the 70s.
Around the collar.
He ordered way too many of these. We got to do something with them.
Scrubbing with powders, and still you've got
Ring around the collar.
Ring around the
sinks
collar.
in and starts to clean before you start to wash. Then gets your whole wash clean.
Struggle is real, man.
Look at that, man. Guys just work so hard that their fucking shirts suffered.
Right?
Turn brown. It still
brown,
happens,
dude.
Especially in the summer. I live it.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
I cannot wear
You gotta
white.
exfoliate.
Well, when the job requires it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just dirt. It's not really you, right?
$50,000 diamond. How did it go? Perfect. Beautiful. Mercury Monarch priced
I buy new shirts every year. man.
148? Shit. Sign me up. Give me 3 of those bad boys.
I'm not judging you, Jim.
Like they can endure one summer and one winter, and then I got new ones coming in the mail.
It's part of this complete breakfast. Just pour on milk, stir, and the milk starts to turn chocolatey.
If not,
And one frozen pop maker in specially marked boxes. Just pour in juice or your favorite drink, freeze, and I'll pop the frozen pop.
Y'all ever put orange juice in your cereal?
That's chocolate or
no.
No.
Oh no?
If I don't have milk, I just give up.
Not even water.
Aftershave you're wearing.
No.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I was told I couldn't.
That's why we have to put instructions on self-defense in every package.
Self-defense instructions in every packet.
What?
What the fuck was that?
Hey man, that sounds pretty legit to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially for us latchkey kids, man. We went home and learned.
Hey man, Lee press-on nails ain't fucking around, man.
All right.
Oh no.
That's the end of it, guys.
Yeah, looking back at some of the stupid shit I did as a kid, I don't even know how the fuck I survived sometimes. I'm like, what?
Don't fly in the house. It's going to hang my ass up.
So what are you working on, Matt?
Right now I'm working on Rock and Roll Ninja.
Oh.
Bill?
I got 10 pages. Dude, this stuff is insane.
No, I believe it, man. The style and I love that.
Did you have to go back and redo some stuff, or you just been working on it this whole time?
No, I mean I had to take a break because I got some like work.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I was like, I thought you finished it.
Well, I was on 13, and then I got down to 8, and then I was like looking at something and was like, I think I need to redo that, and then I had to fucking do some more work. But I turned down some work this week though. Does that answer your question at all?
Yes, it does.
Down work.
It'll be there. By the time, it'll definitely be out by the time we're in Tampa. At the end of February, I'll be done with my shit. Billy's right behind me, so every time I have stuff done, he's behind me, zipping it and shit. So, hey, books.
Yeah, man. What's up with that?
I'm sorry, man, but
I don't know. I don't complain, except for maybe one or two. But
the next campaign, it won't be. Joe, it's hard to be like, I'm not going to turn down live golf work because that's just fucking. It's just lots of money. It's insane not to take that stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff I was doing, I don't know how, and I'm not sure, but I guess I got involved with the XFL shit. So for a couple of weeks, I was doing a bunch of storyboards that had the fucking Rock and his ex-wife in the storyboards.
That sounds weird.
Wow.
Because they bought it. Like the Rock and his ex-wife bought it, and so they're like promoting it and doing stuff. So I
Are
guess
they
they're
trying to
getting
act it
involved
out
with
right now?
ESPN. Say what?
Are they trying to act it out right now? Was that something they're going to work on?
Yeah. Like they're not married anymore, but like they're still like partners. They're still like business partners and shit. Like
Right.
I think she had a big part of his like career and stuff. So I think they're both like remarried, but they're still doing business together. She's like a bodybuilder. She's like fucking jacked, dude. So I'm like drawing her, but I'm also like, okay, like don't draw her too jacked. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you gotta.
Fuck, she's got fucking guns bigger than me. Like, it's hard to like.
You gotta make her look sensual or like desirable, right?
Hey, what's going on, Abra? Happy birthday to you.
Hey, Abra. You just draw her bigger than him. The fuck he says.
Yeah. Because it was like she doesn't like this. She doesn't like this. Because it was like showing the keyframes. It was like she doesn't like this. She doesn't like this. She doesn't like her silhouette.
Well,
There was like a whole like list of like things not to do. You know.
Yikes.
Which is fine because it was like, no, okay, like where is she going to be in this shot? Okay, draw her behind a podium with her hands, and like we're just like below the podium, so all you see is like her hands, and you see her face, and then it's very interesting because it's like it's like storytelling, right? It's like frames from a comic book, but imagine if like the character is like telling you like, no, don't draw me like that.
But what about like a John Byrne She-Hulk?
So you're like, okay.
Sorry.
No, yeah, John Byrne She-Hulk, yeah.
She probably wouldn't go for that.
Yeah, John Byrne stuff did break the fourth a lot.
But she looked.
Did you like it when they do it on the show?
You know?
Did you like it when they broke the fourth on the show?
No, I never watched it. The CGI looked so bad, I couldn't even.
I couldn't understand it. Yeah, I was like, dude, what? Who did this?
It's worse than Shrek, bro.
Seeing YouTube videos, but better, better CG, CGI and shit. And it's like, what? What's wrong with her face, man?
It's freaking Disney.
Yeah, dude, it was like it was like a almost $1 million a moment, $1 million a minute to produce that show, right?
It's retarded.
$1 million.
Well, they didn't use it on.
They didn't even make her look hot. It was like, yo, you're spending $1 million a minute to make this like basic chick look hot, and you just still couldn't do it.
And they gave her like even the suits they put her in like was not flattering at all. I'm like, it's CGI. Like you could just CGI a nice suit on her. Like the suits they put her like didn't fit well. Like she pulled them. She got them from Goodwill and was like, this is what I'm wearing now. It was weird.
And as soon as I saw her with the twerk, I was like, I'm definitely never watching that.
And I'm wondering, was her libido jacked up because of the Hulk stuff, or was she always like just on the prowl? So I'm not ashamed. I'm not slut shaming, but like she was stacking some bodies.
Well, I think back in the day, women were able to use that, remember? To their advantage.
Yeah, I think she was confident, and if she wanted something, she went after it.
Right.
I feel like that's different than just being she never seemed slutty to me.
No.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with using what you got to get what you want. But, in the old-fashioned way.
I mean, yeah, I would have been cool with like her banging. I'm not saying that's a thing, but it's like you had her banging. I mean, we're talking about this shit like we give a fuck. Let's just preface this with like I really don't care. We just happen to like stumble into talking about the She-Hulk. Like this isn't 40-year-old white guys raging against the shit. I just don't care.
No,
but,
I never even saw it.
As I'm saying that, I'm saying there was a real focus on her like getting her fuck on but then when they showed like other superheroes and stuff, like they were just really goofy and
Yeah.
shit. You know, they were like really like played down to like a CW level. It was like some Arrowverse shit, you know?
God.
So it's like
Right.
you're starting to like expand the Marvel universe, and you're doing it by just like fucking these like secondary characters. So I don't know.
Well, I think the thing is too, they don't hire people that give a shit about the source material or anymore. They're just like they want people that don't read the comics. They just want people that'll do the show. Oh, how quirky!
Dude,
LOL.
that's literally something
Like-
that the dude said. Like, we're not hiring like comic book fans. Like,
Mhm.
we're not hiring people who have read the comics.
They want people from the theater to come watch, I guess. Those popcorn fans. Woohoo! Yeah. I mean, there's some good movies. Don't get me wrong, but there's certainly an audience for
The Marvel movies were good in the beginning because they were kind of pulling from some fairly decent source material, but then
right.
they
Then they
stopped.
just,
They stopped like pulling from source material and just started like making up their own shit,
like
which is kind of fucked up. I don't know. It's like they didn't start the Marvel. They started using shit from like the last like 10 years in the Marvel comics. They're not like going into any of the stuff that they had, really in the 70s or the 60s. I don't know. Maybe they're saving it for fucking Fantastic Four. I don't know.
I don't know, man. They
Yeah,
got
it's like you got a starting lineup and it's like, all right, guys, let's bring on the C Squad.
Yeah.
How bad did they mess up What If? I mean, that was a crushing thing for me. What if they had everything at their disposal?
Yeah.
And that one kind of broke me too.
The people they hire just aren't fans of the stuff and just don't care. They're just
That's a
kind of like
resume.
moving through it,
Yeah, that's a resume builder. Oh, you worked on a Marvel movie? Okay. Like now it's a stop for them.
Right. They're going to be like, which one? Because oh man,
I'm not the only one who said this. They had like all these Marvel movies, but they weren't making Marvel. They weren't making Marvel comics to like go along with the movies. Like the
Yeah, it was
comics were
dumb.
going in a completely different direction, doing weird shit, and they weren't backing up the movies, which is what they should have been doing. They should have been fucking having that shit synergizing,
Yeah, they should have just did a whole like, and I get like not trying to stop what they have because planning and all that stuff, but almost like there should have been like a separate universe that's the MCU comics to go along with the movies.
Yeah,
that would have been the easiest thing to do. You draw Captain America like Chris
616
Evans,
and then
extended universe kind of shit.
That extends off the movies, and you draw Iron Man like Robert Downey. You draw them so they look like them, and it's continuation side stories that you can do to build the MCU up.
Nailing it. You're nailing it. You're absolutely right, dude. They should have had comic books completely tying in.
That's right.
But I guess that's from like, it's corporate. You know what I mean? You have like one division is siloed away from another division.
Yeah.
Right.
So they're not fucking talking. You may even have some fucking attitudes and egos involved with like, we're doing our own shit. This is our shit. Like they're doing their shit.
Investors can't talk to producers and stuff. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
It's just another product to go with it, So same way you would do like toys on the movies, you just do comics.
Right.
Like what the hell?
Especially if this stuff is taking years in the making, like, hey, we're gonna have Infinity War coming out in 2000 whatever. Like, make sure that like some comic books are involved. We're talking fucking like simple shit.
I mean, they even did it with like the Superman show and the Batman show, the animated series stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, they had their own comics. Just do the same thing with the movies.
Did they do anything with the Snyder stuff? Like, did they do any like JLA extended stuff or
I have
like
I have no
Affleck
idea.
themed Batman stuff? That would have been kind of cool. You know?
I think Affleck was a great Batman. I just think he just gave him shit material to work with.
Yeah. He was good. He was good at it. I didn't think his ears were tall enough, but that's like just me being a fucking.
I thought they were trying to be like
nitpicky.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Return, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe
were
they
nailing
committed.
it, but that doesn't. But I don't like the short ears of Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, they're almost so short that they're not noticeable. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wait a minute, you're trying to fucking create a motif of the bat, like your ears would be a little bit bigger, like Michael Keaton size. You know what I mean? I'm not talking like Batman the Cult where they were like fucking 2 feet tall. But like, give me some silhouette. You know what I mean? I want some like cut a silhouette where I'm like, what the fuck is that on his head? Like, no, I don't want to. I want to be like, oh fuck, that's the Batman. Because that almost looks like Catman.
Right.
I'm being nitpicky, but there was one game I played.
They could even put them in post production, to make them eerily long, and it would work because it's all black all the time. They could have done that in the newest one, right?
They gave him some decent ears in the new one.
Didn't they? Because I remember in the.
I feel like they did.
That you would see him wiggle, and it kind of was like, oh, okay. I don't know.
Oh yeah, and the
that used to bother me when
what's
the
his
ears
name?
would wiggle and
yeah. Like when they at the end of Batman and Robin, when they're all running with the spotlight behind them, everybody's shit is just fucking.
They look like a bunch of dildos on their head.
Yeah, dude.
Come on, Batman, button your shit up. Come on, man.
But
Wasn't that directed by
You guys are a hard audience.
We are, man.
Sorry,
because we love that shit.
I do too.
Going
the
back,
Batman
though.
is like they look hard, like because his whole shit looks like it's like a helmet, like a motorcycle helmet. So his fucking ears look like they're like fiberglassed into the fucking helmet of it.
You're going hard.
No, I love the Schumacher ones too, man. I love them all pretty much.
I think George Clooney would have been a great Batman. Just the material was fucking goofy.
Yeah, poor guy didn't want to be there. It was weird. Like that's a vibe I got. Like I'm Batman. Okay.
It's you're waiting for him to look at the camera and go, "Yeah, this is terrible."
He's like, "Yeah, I'm firing my agent as soon as I fucking get home."
He would have been fantastic. You're right, man. It's something completely different.
I want the journey. You know what I mean? Like, I was reading something. Not reading. I was watching something where they were, where the idea of Smallville, the show, came from. They wanted to do a show where it was Bruce Wayne traveling the world, like learning all of his different skills, and they were going to have an episode called Smallville, where he's traveling and he stops at Smallville and meets a fucking teenage Clark Kent. And I guess like the WB was like, this is great. Like, wait a minute, this is the fucking show we want. The Smallville show. Like all we need to do is focus on one dude in one location. It's fucking cheap. And like, well, he'll never fly. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah, I remember, man.
So so we kind of lost that, but I would love to see that shit, man. I would love to see like the journey.
I feel like the Batman Begins was the one that came closest to kind of showing that stuff.
Yes, yeah.
Fun fact:
hey, baby.
I grew up around Tom Welling. Like I knew him. Like he used to whatchamacallit. If you don't care, let me know quick.
Let me know quick if you don't care, because I'm gonna get lost.
No, he used to crash our family's barbecues and stuff, and he was a real little asshole. He was a lot younger than us. Anyway, so there you go.
Let's go kick his ass.
Oh man, we wanted to. He was.
And then he became Superman, and you all regret it now.
No, I'd
Could
still
have been there.
theirs.
You could have been invited to his barbecues.
Nah. He wasn't that cool.
Could have been hanging out with him and that Lex Luthor guy.
Nah. Yeah, I could go. Drive by Joe Biden's house if you want. Turn the camera on. Get arrested. Like seriously, I know where his house is.
Forgot to message Matt.
Hmm.
I was gonna send Matt this photo.
Yeah, of what? Joe Biden's house? You're gonna send a message?
No.
I'm gonna live stream. Maybe I'll get shot. Man, you get some subs after that, man.
Shit. That's not the kind of shit I want.
No.
People getting blown away. My homies getting fucking blasted on fucking my channel. Not in real life.
Your channel will blow up, Matt. Peace out. Remember us.
I'm sure
when
there's
you hit
ways I can make my
25K.
channel blow up, but do I
Pour
want
40
to?
out.
Yeah, it's like I could defecate on a glass table. I'm sure that could fucking bring views, but
You'd be right in the middle of political war.
I bet you if you like took a picture of Biden and you like put it on some glass and then you just like defecated on it and you just showed like the feces hitting the face, would the FBI show up?
Well, there's usually sometimes. I mean, it's not unusual for there to be people out there protesting and stuff, like all the time.
I wouldn't do it. I mean, that's just fucking gross. But at what point are you just like, yo, they're gonna show up? I know it. I guess you have to be like physically. You have to like, threaten violence or whatever.
Yeah, they're not allowed in the neighborhood. They're out at the entrance.
What's that we're talking about? Which Tom?
I don't know.
Probably Smallville Tom.
Oh,
Tom Welling. That was, I don't know. I watched it.
I watched the first, I think the first season.
Yeah.
Of it,
Same here.
which I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And then it just started, like, I don't know, it just started turning like One Tree Mountain or One Tree Hill or whatever the fuck.
One
You know
Tree
what I mean?
Mountain.
It just started turning like kind of goofy and
One Tree Mountain.
He's the guy who was ended up playing Aquaman on that show. Was the guy who plays Reacher on the Amazon show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guy's fucking huge.
Dude, he's a fucking
He should
beast.
be like Superman.
But that's even like
No.
I watched
He has that
Reacher.
patriotic.
So I watched Reacher, and then we watched the Batman, and I was like, this guy is so small. Who plays the fucking Batman?
Which one? Bale?
The newest one.
Oh,
Even when he's like pushing the table, they try to like show his like back muscles and shit. But yeah, he's not. He's like he's not like a Batman sized character. If anything, he'd be like a Daredevil sized guy. You know what I mean? Like that's
especially after Affleck.
Yeah.
He's supposed to be big and brooding, and like when you turn around, you're like,
yeah, but he's
"Holy
also
shit."
he has to play off the Bruce Wayne though. Like you could be like, yeah, like Bruce Wayne could be kind of jacked because it's like, oh yeah, he's an egotistical asshole. He fucking works out. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, that's why Bruce Wayne is like kind of jacked. But
That's
then
when you,
I don't know, like fucking Clark
when you
Kent.
said-
Like that's the scary thing about the last dude who played Clark Kent. Like he's fucking jacked. Like he like walks in a room, you're like, he's already a Superman. You know what I mean? He's like fucking stretching out his fucking flannels and shit. Like,
yeah.
But that's what I liked about it, man. You could just like suspend your, whatever your belief or dis.
Did you ever
Yeah.
see the tests of
Christopher Reeve.
Nicolas Cage as Superman?
Yeesh.
Yes.
Oh,
whoa,
yeah.
whoa! We
That
have a
footage.
guest.
Oh my
We have a
god.
guest. We have a
We
guest.
do?
I don't know if she's ever been on this channel before. I don't think she's ever been on this channel before. We've always gone to her channel. Are you ready? Here we go.
Oh, look
Hi.
who it is.
Hey.
Oh,
Hello.
shit, I got steak burning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
We were watching commercials.
My
earlier.
goodness.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
I was just got done making lunch. Nom, nom, nom. I'm eating salmon.
That's
Damn,
what you're having for
I had
lunch? Just
coffee
salmon?
for lunch. That's what I had.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what for lunch?
Coffee.
Oh, coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying. I'm on like a streak of eating healthy, so I've been like cooking myself. I'm trying like this whole fucking carnivore thing, like just eating mostly meat. Apparently, it's really good for you.
That's good. Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
It's great. It's great.
Hi, Rainey. I haven't been on a stream with you in probably 2 years.
Yeah, has it been that long? Oh my god, it's so weird.
Bragaboom. His first channel.
Oh my god. Well,
Yeah, right.
into you again.
But hey, what we watching?
I put on another compilation of commercials. They seem to be really good conversation starters, Irene.
They are.
Yeah? What are these, like 70s commercials?
Yeah, first we were watching 70s. These are from the 80s.
Okay.
This is what we saw on television.
I was about to say, so this is shit I've never seen before.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Shredded wheat helps keep me on my toes.
So you just had just straight tuna? Did you even have it on like a cracker or anything, like a tomato or?
No, I cooked it, got asparagus and onions, and
Almost burnt my wagyu.
no. Oh, you made wagyu? Wagyu?
Yeah, I made leftovers wagyu.
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 Not when you brush
Hold on. Maybe I can show you guys.
Went to a Korean barbecue last night and I had all this leftovers.
And helps clean
I love Korean barbecue, dude. They like do like a dry rub rib.
Yeah, we had that. It's all gone though.
Oh, that sounds nice.
The only toothpaste a smoker needs.
We had no, we had like
I remember that. Oh, yeah.
the baby ate steak last night.
Nice.
The baby ate steak? He's old enough to eat steak?
Not really, but Leah gave him a big strip of wagyu and just let him gnaw on it.
That's awesome. That's what we used to do.
I sent a photo to Matt of one of the two beef platters that we had.
The big fun.
I don't want to see any food right now. I'm
well, yeah.
hungry.
Oh, I have to show you my food then.
With double layer design for dependable protection.
We had pork jowl.
Comfortable plastic applicator. A deodorant.
A lot of stuff.
Fresh.
A special plastic wrap.
Look at this. Look at that hat. It's got a plastic wrap.
Latex tampons.
Yeah.
What you want.
All these things
Irene
you
needs one of
do
those
when you have
hats.
Playtex.
Plastic wrap.
A what?
You need one of those hats. Looks like a little skipper hat.
Rolades.
Sodium-free Rolades give millions 100% relief for acid indigestion.
Again with these fucking short haircuts. Like they're really pushing this bullshit little haircut back then.
It's got the extra
Well, that's
calcium.
what
Listen
everybody's
up.
hair was like that, short and curly.
Look, it's all sickness commercials like now.
Yeah. Some things never change.
You got something wrong with you. Better fix that shit. Take this.
Parker Davis.
Take this to feel better because you should medicate your life. May cause bleeding through your eyes. Don't worry, it'll be fine. Disclaimer: you might bleed out of your anus, but it's fine. Buy our product.
Do you remember
God
the
forbid
Olean,
you get
the
out
new
and walk
Olean
a little
crackers?
bit.
They had the new Olean crackers like may cause leaky
Yeah.
stool. Like,
Oh.
Jesus. Like, that was a legit thing. Like,
Oh my god.
may cause your stool to liquefy and leak out of your fucking out of your butt.
Okay, I don't need to hear that right now.
Oh no.
Thanks.
Family
These families.
ties.
Yay,
Family ties.
appetizing.
Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that blooper of Back to the Future where Michael J. Fox was
Cheers.
acting like a
I'm
cholo?
sorry. I'm sorry.
He's acting like what?
He was acting like a
What was your
cholo.
question?
A juggalo?
No, a cholo.
Oh, cholo.
He had like the wife beater shirt on with the hairnet, and he's like there with Doc Brown like in the hallway, and he's like, "Hey, look at that bitch, man!" Like,
Lestra, thank you.
I didn't know cholos existed back then.
you know, I think cholos are like
yeah.
forever.
Yeah, I thought they were called like
Mhm.
zoot suits.
They're timeless.
Yeah, the
Get those zoot
50s.
suits out of here.
Oh, those like funny suits and shit in the 80s, like the oversized suits.
Well, he was doing it.
I have one.
He was doing it for
What's
fun.
so funny about them?
And they were from even further back.
I think they're
Because there was
funny.
I'm
something called
teasing.
the zoot
I mean, I
suit
do
riots.
have one. I took my wedding pictures. I mean,
With a zoot suit.
Well, it's funny.
I don't have the hat on.
Oh.
I
have
thought
the coat.
I see you as wearing like a tactical kilt. John Christopher. You've seen
Tactical
those?
kilt.
Yeah, I've seen them. It's like a fucking kilt, but with like pockets.
Kilt with pockets.
To have like
No,
all
I'm more of
the Molly on it, so you can put your pouches and shit on it.
Yeah. It's got like Molly on the sides of it. You know?
Yeah, but I need a coat on top of it.
Hamburger helper lasagna turns your plain hamburger
Makes a
into
good
a
meal,
delicious
yo.
Italian meal with authentic
Makes
Italian
a good
taste.
meal,
Creamy
yo.
Italian noodles, rich tomato sauce.
Dan, when is Fragger gonna do a draw stream or something? Man,
I don't know.
He's busy.
I don't know. I'm just messing. I just trying to make conversation. Sorry.
No. I'm just
Like
saying I don't know.
jokingly.
The upside is, thinking of your kids sort of rushing in a little patter of feet, rushing into their presence.
Kind of miss the guy, you know.
The downside is reading instructions for some of those toys.
He does.
Exactly,
What
looks like
shows
my
does he
stepfather.
do?
Doom
Hey,
Patrol. I
Frega
know
just
is
does professionals.
Pretty much.
That's all he does.
Dude, that latest season of Doom Patrol is fucking bananas. I should say every season of Doom Patrol is fucking bananas.
When I was a kid,
What shows have you guys been watching?
Last of Us.
Oh, I heard it's serviceable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all right.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I didn't play the game. I know what happens because I follow so many gaming people, and I know the whole like clusterfuck around the second game.
Yeah, I'm like you, Irene. I didn't play the games, but I knew the storyline.
Yeah, it's
I
just so
knew it.
pervasive.
Yeah, and just I play other games, but that was just like not the game that I latched on. I think I played like Red Dead or something. But the game is, you know what I mean? Like I tend to play like one game and then just stick with it for a while. And when it came out, I was like deep into something else. But the show is like good, like just by itself.
Yeah.
It seems so far it's pretty cool. Like the Pedro dude, I don't know. At first, that was like the hardest fucking like hurdle to get over. It was like watching him.
I know.
That was the only thing. I was like, man, this fucking guy. Like, why they couldn't find another fucking dude? To fucking
They
play
keep
this
on
role?
trying to make him a leading man, and I'm like, he's not bad, but I think, like, he was, I don't know.
Put a helmet on
He's
him.
got a weird face. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, like he's great when he has a helmet over. He's great in Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited about the new Mandalorian. The new season looks pretty good.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Have you
Well,
seen it?
I've been boycotting it since they dumped Gina because I was so mad about that.
That's like the one Star
Yeah.
Wars thing I watch.
Yep.
Well,
Hopefully they don't ruin it like they did Boba Fett, because that just was trash.
That's terrible.
Even the guy, the Boba Fett actor, was like, "Yeah, I hope they go back to like Boba Fett being a badass."
He wasn't a badass.
Oh, he
no.
was
In the
horrible.
He
Boba Fett
used
stuff.
to be a badass, but the last show he was just this fat dummy.
It's like
How do you
everything.
do Boba Fett but not have him be a badass? What
It's
the
like,
fuck is wrong with modern
You turn him
television?
into a sympathetic hero of the people.
Yeah.
and you just make him, just make him a fat old man.
Okay,
He's
well,
a.
the actor
Like that's
probably
it.
is.
Poor guy.
No,
Remember,
see,
if
they
you
should
look
have
it
like
up in the
every
Star
episode
Wars,
should have been him like collecting another piece of his armor or something. You know what I mean? Just like him going around
Ooh.
the galaxy, like reestablishing his rep.
like
Dominance.
if
Yeah,
you
you
look
know what
on
I
the
mean?
back of his action figure, it probably said "ruthless bounty hunter," uh, murdering bounty hunter. You know, sorry.
Yeah, I mean the first episode of Mandalorian, he cuts a dude in half with a door.
Yeah.
Like that was fucking dope. And then he just kind of, yeah, num nums. Look at that. Damn, that chick's skinny.
Ooh. Damn, I'm getting hungry. Having second thoughts about this coffee lunch.
Coffee lunch,
Yeah, like everything that you like about Boba Fett or think like he is, like they were just like, nope, we're not doing that. Like, all right.
I'm trying to think of the exact
You want everybody to
definition
do
they
everything
used
for
back in the day. Like ruthless murderous bounty hunter.
That's dumb. That's dumb. They can't have just some badass characters. Well, not the men.
Yeah.
Hollywood doesn't like that.
No.
Even like him being with the one robot chick or the android chick was pretty cool because I mean, she's awesome. I can't hate on. I can't hate on.
Well, no, I always watch anything as long I just give anything a chance. You know.
But just the way they set up Mandalorian so good, and then you're like, okay, so Mandalorian's like he's like the new, like he's like a dude in his prime, right? And then you have Boba Fett, that's the old like Clint Eastwood from Unforgiven, like you're thinking like he's like in that era. So you have this old veteran badass bounty hunter dude that's been around. Everybody's scared of him. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do and what adventures he's gonna take off his helmet and talk to people on the street, and that's what he's gonna do. Like, oh, sure. Like we're gonna be stuck on this planet the whole fucking time in Star Wars.
I'm so sick of fucking Tatooine and Jakku and desert planets. Like, get the fuck off of these desert planets.
But it's cheaper to film.
Yeah, because they're filming in that fucking. It's like it's one thing or the other. Like Andor, they start going to different planets, right? They start showing other locales.
Oh, I hear Andor.
I like Andor.
But there's barely any fucking aliens, man. Like,
Yeah.
it felt like more like a Star Trek movie or show where like you see like one or two aliens, but it's like mostly humans. I don't know.
Well, maybe they spent what they had on the story. You know, I don't know.
They got warehouses full of fucking rubber masks. It's not
I
like they
don't
couldn't
know.
have, like, I mean, I hear you. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying that.
Like
it's like, hey, we're gonna do this Andor show. You know, it'd be cool if we went to like the old fucking Star Wars warehouse and pulled out like some shit, and just like put people in the background. I'm not saying like put Walrus Man as a main character, but maybe throw a couple of fucking Walrus people in the background or. I don't know, whatever, just saying.
I guess it depends who's working on it too, because I know Favreau and Filoni were, worked on Mandalorian. They were such fans that they were putting like deep cut shit in it for fun because they could.
That's what they need to do to start bringing back the old fans. But I don't know. It feels like once they bought Star Wars, they really started pushing away from George and anything that he had done.
Yeah.
Like as quick as they can, they started shoveling shit on top of his stuff.
I heard
Well,
that he
he
gave my
got like
outline. Apparently, he was like, "Here's the outline for the next 3 movies," and they're like, "Ah, fuck that."
We're
yeah,
good.
he got screwed over. He I don't know the details. You have to ask Anna. Of course she would know more than me, but apparently he got screwed over. He didn't want to sign, but they did something to force him to sign. Because he didn't actually completely agree with the terms, and like he knew they were gonna change too much. It was weird.
Who's this?
Lucas.
Lucas.
That's why it went from like, yeah, I'm selling them stuff to like, yeah, those white slavers.
Well, that's fucked up too, because all the cast like signed up for the sequels, thinking he was gonna be there.
Yeah. I was mad at him, but then I realized he got kind of screwed over, so now I kind of feel bad for him.
Yeah.
But he did it willingly.
He did, yeah. I mean, that all depends. Also, I mean, would you have gotten like green? I don't think Lucas would be traveling on location, or maybe he would have did a good job because it's all just projectors now. Because everything was blue screen in the last, the on the prequel trilogy, the shit was just boring.
Yeah.
Well, even how they did Mando, like the whole LED wraparound screen technology, that was a good solution. So you had like interactivity, but you didn't have to be on location.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, they took him. There's video of him going to the set for that, and him looking at it, going, "This is what I envisioned for the prequels, but we didn't have the technology at the time."
Oh,
cool.
Interesting. Yeah, that is
Holy
cool.
shit! Look at this fucking kid. Where is he now?
When we were in diapers, we couldn't talk and tell you how.
Probably old, living in a trailer park.
Cute kids that turn into like, what an unusual looking kid, and he just turns into like the most
Hey,
weirdest looking fucking human.
Look, it's totally filled with racist white kids.
Oh, that kid would totally grow up. The little redhead boy. Yeah, he's gonna grow up to look funny. I can already tell.
There he is, right there. There he is.
Where's the-
That's him.
It's him. Oh, good.
Look at this guy's nostrils. Like, what are they fucking? They have chicken wings in his
This is
nostrils.
a super cut of all this kid's.
Is this where Family Guy got this bit from? With the chicken, remember? Family Guy versus. No.
No.
What's scary is that there's nobody there. Like they do another shot, and it just shows that like the airplane's empty, and he's just been like talking to nobody the whole time.
Dude, like, yeah, this guy bought all the tickets on this flight for some fucking reason.
Like Harvey and the fucking giant rabbit. Fuck you and your short haircut, lady.
He bought first class. He's not even sitting in there. I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
Yeah, I take it you don't like short hair, Matt.
It's just we're seeing a pattern in these trailers or these commercials of just short hair.
Everybody has short hair, though.
I know.
I have short hair.
Even in Asia, like, hold on.
But I have a really long beard. So does that make up for
Holy
it?
shit, this guy's the burger fucking king.
I know, man. I want this guy around me. Whoa.
Be like, I was the
who's he
Burger
sitting
King, motherfucker. Like,
Good old days.
What? Who the fuck is this guy?
I don't know. I don't remember that guy with the nose.
I do not. Yeah, that's pretty damn creepy.
Whoa, look at that.
That's Matt
Hey,
Barr.
kids.
That's me right there. Look at that car. That's fucking
cool
dope,
car.
dude. Yeah. It's
Yo,
like a
that-
fucking station wagon, and you go off road. Submersible.
Oh, that's an AMC. Yeah, man. Those are badass.
He's like,
Look at
fuck
that guy.
this
He's on his way to
pothole.
my house.
Their suspension was off the chain.
You want to drive through a river with a giant donut on your car? This is the car for you, man.
Can we recreate that with American comics? Fucking.
Uh-oh.
Don't they have to bring more water?
Man, what?
Oh shit! Where's 80s made?
80s made.
There should be a bull at some point coming through here.
Oh, here it comes.
Holy fuck! Look at this fucking werewolf.
Look at that hair part. Wow.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I like that hairline. Ooh.
Yeah.
Who's that? Sam Kinison?
That blonde guy needed some help with that hair. That hairline. Okay.
I think that's what Trump would look like if he combed his hair different.
Yeah. There we go. Nice shoulder length hair with an odd part in the middle. That's what I want to
Yeah,
say.
yeah. Does that make you feel better?
Yes.
That's less
Oh,
disturbing.
Yes. What the fuck is she putting in her eyes though?
You know what? I don't know, some kind of artificial
oh
tear
man.
shit.
She just did a couple rails. She's got to focus.
She's fucking
This
taking
is
hits of
the 80s,
acid.
remember?
Yeah. Now you can take acid to the eyes.
Woo!
Hey, this is reality. This is real shit right here. Fuck off, dude.
She's a mama's
Yeah.
helper.
We don't want current year shit.
Yeah, I
Dude,
don't
I've
see
been
that
on like the whole nostalgia thing. I didn't really feel it until now. I think because they're fucking with fantasy so much. I've been doing nothing but watching like the old behind the scenes of the Lord of the Rings films. I'm just like, oh, back when things were good.
There's a dope documentary called Reclaiming the Sword that they filmed while they were doing Lord of the Rings. So it's like interviewing Vigo and it's interviewing all these different people about swords and the importance of them
Oh.
and sword play, and it's very cool.
Vigo is
Get to see.
crazy. He would like he would not leave his sword. He would like go to sleep with it, drive around with it, go shopping with it.
Yeah, and didn't he um like keep the horse that he was riding on or
Oh
something? Or
yeah,
is
yeah.
there's
He
like all
bought
kinds of shit.
No, man, he bought the horse and he bought another horse that another lady on set really bonded with, but she couldn't afford it. So he bought it for her, and
Mm-hmm.
he bought like a bunch of the other shit on set, and like
Mm-hmm.
he was dedicated.
Dude, super dedicated. When he kicks the orc helmet,
He broke his toe.
yeah.
Yeah,
So he
yeah.
kicks the
He's like
toe,
he's
falls to
like
his
an
knees and
actor's
stays in
actor.
fucking. Dude, he is
He's
amazing.
like he's like really about the craft and stuff. It's so admirable. Unlike all these fuckers right now in Hollywood.
Like I remember seeing him in Daylight with Sylvester Stallone.
Mm.
I mean, he dies in it, but like he was like a fucking good guy, and was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking climb out of here because I'm a fucking awesome mountain climbing fucking dope guy. So he was like kind of dope, and he dies like pretty badass.
Mm-hmm.
Like he tries to climb out and he can't make it. So he's like, oh fuck, everything starts shifting again. So he starts climbing down. And by the time he gets back to the bottom of the shaft, he's able to just like look up, spit his gum out, and then all this fucking shit crushes him, dude. Like he's just like, fuck it.
Man. Oh, jeez.
He's fucking rat. He's like,
Oh.
oh fuck, dude. Just
Damn.
balls. He's like, here's my fucking balls, you fucking 100 pounds of steel.
You take me down.
Exactly.
Oh,
Fuck
jeez.
it. Whew.
He was good in Hidalgo. That's the one that.
Yeah, I love
Dude, that was a
Hidalgo
great
is
movie.
dope.
They almost didn't cast him as Aragorn. They had some other like stuck up young Hollywood motherfucker, and
The
then
guy they got to play Lestat in Queen of the Damned.
I don't even know who the fuck. But it's like apparently he was really hard to work with and entitled, and they started filming and they were like, we can't work with this guy. It was that bad. So they had already started filming, and then they're like, we need to fire this guy and find a new Aragorn. So they were just like calling up agents trying to find an actor with availability. And they called Vigo, and he had to make the decision like that night. They had until he had until that night. He had to fly out the next day and immediately start filming fly to New Zealand. It was crazy, and he took it. We almost didn't have Vigo.
Oh my god! Yeah, the guy that they picked or that they originally have, he looks much younger. He just has a younger, softer face. Like they had him playing Lestat, and then they had him playing Darian Gray in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen with Sean Connery.
I didn't see Darian Gray, but he doesn't.
He's not Strider,
right? He was
not
Dorian
rough.
Gray. I forgot about that.
Right? But he's not Strider. He doesn't have
No.
that
But
fucking,
Strider needs to be rough.
Yeah, like
grizzled.
because when you're reading the book, like as a kid, you're reading the book, you're like, I don't know if we should trust this guy.
Yeah, he
You know,
needs
the
to
first
like
time
be
you're reading, you're like,
dangerous.
you're like, this guy's kind of fucking dangerous, and maybe is he gonna fucking turn on him? Like, is Gandalf gonna show up and fucking save them? And like, and then you slowly unfolds it, like, no, this fucking hobo-looking dude is really, the king. It's pretty dope.
When I first read the book, I thought he looked like Kurt Russell to me. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Kurt Russell.
Yes.
New York.
As Aragorn.
China.
What's that?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
He's
Duff.
not remembering who it was from it.
I'm sorry. As soon now who I know it is, I'm seeing fucking the boy with the computer brain, fucking Escape from New York, the thing. My
Kurt Russell's supposed to be in that new
IMDb took a
Godzilla
second.
TV series.
What's right?
Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah.
They're gonna remake Escape from New York.
I mean, that's what my mind went to when I was a kid when I read it. It looked like him, Jack, and
I was thinking like Dennis Quaid from Dragonheart.
That was a pretty cool
Yeah.
movie. I like that movie.
Dude, that movie came out.
I do too, man.
I saw that shit in the theater.
Yeah, ditto.
And I remember, like, I don't know if it was like if it was a new thing or what, but like when the dragon like flew around you in the theater, like it followed the sound. It was stereo
Oh,
sound.
yeah.
Like when you listen to it, it's like the dragon literally flew around you.
That was George Lucas's thing.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was like, holy shit!
What was it called? The
No. You're thinking of
THX.
Dragon Slayer is the one you're thinking of, Christopher John.
Hmm?
Dragon Slayer was the one that Lucas was involved with.
Oh, okay.
That was also a Disney. That was a
His
Disney
effects
movie.
guys made the dragon.
Oh,
Dude, there's if on the
I love
disc,
Dragon Slayer, dude.
on the behind the scenes disc thing of that other one, the Dragonheart. They have
that's the
test
one I'm.
footage. They had test footage that the Hensons did to try and do all the dragon effects and stuff.
And
And
just shit the bed.
it was, dude, no, it was awesome. It was like super
Oh.
cool, but it was going to be so expensive because they wanted to complete, like, just like the Dark Crystal, they wanted to completely create the world and the environment and everything.
Mm.
Oh, that would have been
And
sick,
it looked dope. It looked crazy good. It was like
But I really
high
did
fantasy,
like
like
the,
Lord of the Rings looking shit, and it was like, man,
I like
but
the
it would've been
realistic grittiness of it, though.
It was
You know, I
realistic.
like
That's what I'm saying. It didn't look like.
It looked realistic.
Yeah, it didn't look necessarily like a Muppet. It looked like a full on like dragon, and the world looked like very like magical with like fairy sprites and all kinds of weird stuff flying around. It was like,
Yeah, fuck that.
it was crazy.
Yeah, I like the idea that like this was like the last fucking dragon. You know, the last dragon, the last little bit of magic being fucking
But it wasn't,
lost in
dude.
the
They
world.
made 6 sequels. He obviously was not the last of
To
his
Dragon
kind.
Slayer? Shut the fuck up.
No, Dragon Slayer was, but no,
They didn't make sequels to Dragon Slayer.
I wish they made sequels of Dragon Slayer.
To Dragonheart, they made a shit ton of sequels.
That's what
didn't
I'm saying. Dragonheart was like he was supposed to be the last of his kind, and then they just.
I'm the last of my kind
I'm
because
the
you
last
murdered
one,
everybody.
Goodspeed.
Yeah, that was kind of dope. Like, Dennis Quaid, you bastard, you murdered all of us. I'm going to eat you slowly. That's what he should have said. Instead, he was like, I'm going to help you, small human meat piece of shit.
Oh, jeez.
That's the one I thought I was thinking. But what's the other
Slayer,
one?
dude? I remember going to see
What
Dragon
was the other
Slayer.
dragon one you?
Dragon Slayer was the one that was like super dark where he eats the princess.
It's a Disney
in the
movie,
beginning.
dude. It's a Disney movie, and like Disney didn't want to put it out, so they created a new distribution arm.
Is it like Touchstone or some shit?
Like called Touchstone.
Oh yeah.
Ew.
They're finally releasing that in 4K, which it's never been in like high quality. It's always been like standard def. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, man.
The guy, you know,
her
Dennis
making the
Mirren-
shield was dope. I met that fucking lady too one time in New York.
Oh wow.
Like as soon as I saw her, like I was, working at Heartland Brewery, and as soon as she walked into the bar, I fucking recognized her instantly.
You know what else she's from though, right?
No,
She's
probably.
She's from Roadhouse. She was Dalton's best friend in Roadhouse.
Nice.
No,
She was the bartender. She's the bartender in Roadhouse.
Shut the front door. No,
She's all, you
So
know
she
who that
knew the
is?
Swades?
That's Dalton.
That is not her.
It is her. I swear
You
to
gotta
God.
show me receipts. Show
You're
me
talking
receipts
about
on
the
that one.
you're talking about the chick that he teams up with in Dragon Slayer, right?
Receipts.
The one that makes the shield out of the scales.
Yes.
Yes,
She
that's
is
her.
not in Roadhouse, dude.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not.
Look it up. She is.
I'll make you a bet.
Oh my God.
I'll fucking. Where's the ink spots?
There we go.
Oh, I gotta look.
I'll
I
make
gotta
you
look.
bet.
I might be wrong. Now you're making me think I'm wrong.
All the questions you asked about
Maybe I
Tom
got it
Welling
mixed up.
is now
by the
on
time
you.
she would have to be the exact same age. In Dragon Slayer, she's like mid-20s. In Roadhouse, which happened much later, that chick mid-20s. Like it's just
Dragon
they're
Slayer
not
was
the
in
same
the 80s
person.
though. It was
I'm-
not too. Dragon
saying,
Slayer was
like-
81.
And Roadhouse was
like 89 or 88. I was like in junior high, like grade school.
Check
when
it.
came out.
Well, hey, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about if she was in Roadhouse.
Oh,
That's
Catelyn
exactly
Clark is a
right.
different actress. But they're not too far off.
It's that weird little haircut, maybe.
Yeah, I think
She
it's
had
the
the
weird
same
haircut.
haircut when I saw her in the bar. I was like, oh, I like that car.
It's the haircut and the nose.
Just as
But
Nick
the-
Cage was considered for Aragorn, that would have been horrible.
Oh my god!
Wow,
man.
that would've
I
been
just
weird.
can't look at him anymore.
He's just so like he's too ugly for Aragorn. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah,
And
he
it
could
would
have
have been
done
like,
it
oh
like
look, Nicolas
years
Cage. Like
ago.
I like that Vigo was like a kind of an unknown. Like he had done like some smaller parts, but like
Yeah.
he wasn't like, bringing his fucking name and baggage to the show.
Yeah.
If he was like when he was in Con Air, that's the type of I can understand that type of character. You know?
Con Air's fine. The Rock
But
is
that-
fine. Gone
For
in 60
Aragorn?
seconds, but not Aragon.
Yeah, that's more.
Not the Aragon.
He has his wheelhouse. Cage.
If the actor's like, okay, so I'm gonna have to get a wig for this role. No, you're not Aragon. Then we need a guy with real hair.
Mm.
That's a weird.
There's a lot of obvious ones, but they've been tarnished by what they did in the MCU. You know what I mean? Like,
About what?
I'm burnt out on the MCU. But
no,
wanna
I am
see
too.
Ant-Man,
But
dude. I want to see
those,
Ant-Man. That
no,
shit looks
I do
agree, I wanna
too.
see Ant-Man.
I have hopes. I have high hopes. I hope you
because
guys
it's
do.
completely separate from all the weird shit that's going on. Like, okay,
It
yeah,
is.
fucked up.
Well, I
name
think
or-
it's gonna be the new. I think it's gonna be the new like catalyst for the new sort of Endgame. The
Teaser.
big crossover event.
So Kang, you think Kang is going to be able to split out from at the end of this? Because it's supposed to be the Kang dynasty. So
I want to think about it.
And he's responsible for. He's gonna be responsible for Secret Wars and stuff.
look at this guy. This is the American Werewolf of London guy.
Yeah, he's a Pepper. I think this is where he got his breakout from. Was from this Dr. Pepper commercial.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, so he makes this cartoon commercial.
I want to be a Pepper.
And then he goes to England to celebrate the success of this commercial.
Oh my god!
And fucking gets attacked by
By a werewolf.
werewolf.
Dude, I saw your werewolf at Target the other day. I almost bought it. I was like,
You saw my werewolf?
Oh, crap.
yeah,
I'm not on camera.
the Werewolf of London.
Oh yeah, dude. This the cartoon one?
Yeah. No, it wasn't a cartoon one. It was the
The
NECA
realistic one?
Yeah, the NECA one with the two heads. I didn't
Yeah,
see the
no,
cartoon one.
I have that one over there, but I really
The
like
cartoon
this
one comes with the friend, right? The mauled friend.
Yeah.
Nice. It's all fucked up.
Pretty dope. I didn't call you mean to call you Meatloaf, Jack.
Meatloaf.
I didn't mean to play that Meatloaf album, Jack.
Man, Vigo made this awesome movie that has never been released in the U.S.
What's it called?
Alatriste.
Turn my camera.
It's about like a Spanish, like he's like a Spanish, what do they call him? Like a Spanish musketeer captain guy or whatever, who fought in like the Spanish wars and stuff, and it's all like sword fight stuff, and it's pretty awesome.
Oh, that's dope.
But he's like a real dude. It's like kind of like a Abraham Lincoln character of France.
I like the Three Musketeers. I like that story.
Yeah,
I like when it's done well.
Especially when it has Charlie Sheen in it, you know?
Oh my god.
Sorry. I couldn't. That was an old movie. I don't know.
Tiger Blood.
Tiger Blood.
Free Grant Rock.
Don't you remember that? Oh, well, I'm sure you do.
I remember. Yeah, it had
Kiefer and
Rebecca De Mornay and
Emilio, right?
Tim Curry was the bishop, the archbishop in it. Hell yeah, I remember that shit.
Rini's never going to come back because all we talk about is old shit.
She's like, I don't know what you
no
guys are
idea what any of this is. I try to kind of like sidle in Lord of the Rings because that's the only thing I know.
We're going back. We keep going back to Lord of the Rings. It's cool.
I'm trying to connect here. Throw me a rope.
Just trying to be one.
Here's my
I
rope.
just want to be cool.
Supposed to be an old person.
Well, that's why we're playing the old commercials, you know, so that we can all get on the same wavelength of like old shit.
It's cool. It's cool. This is nostalgia for you guys.
Rini's ready for her bachelor for no reason.
What?
I've actually been dying to ask Rini this one because you kind of blew up and shit. Ninja Scroll, is that like the best or what? Jubei, Ninja Scroll.
I'm gonna say or what?
Ninja Scroll? I haven't seen Ninja Scroll, so I don't know.
Oh, Japanimation?
Japanimation.
From 19.
Take that.
Oh, my heart.
I mean, Japanimation? Yeah, I love the Japanimation stuff.
My soul. Oh,
Japan.
how dare you.
Yeah, the first time somebody showed me Ninja Scrolls, it wasn't called Ninja Scrolls. It was like Wind Ninja Chronicles.
Yeah. The one I bought on VHS, the bootleg, it was called Ninjas of the Magic Wind.
Oh, God.
What the fuck? See?
Horrible names.
Oh, that's weird.
And then they had another one, another tape, and it was Black Lion Warriors. You ever heard of that?
Is that another ninja one?
Yeah, it was like ninja stuff in feudal Japan, but like a couple of people had access to like alien tech. So like they would go like into their, you know, pagoda or dojo or whatever the fuck, and like touch a screen, and it would like open up to a giant computer and shit. So, and like it was pretty dope. And like the main bad guy, you find out like was an android the whole time. So you're like, oh shit, that red-haired fucking samurai who's been killing everybody, like he's a fucking robot from the future, and these ninjas have to like fight him off.
Nice.
Black Lion Warriors. Yeah, it was pretty dope.
That's pretty. I think that was. I can't remember which. I think that was the one where he like either he's fighting the main dude, or like a group of dudes, and he like lights a bunch of weed so they start hallucinating and shit, so he can kick their ass.
That's so.
It's like the smoke that he's putting is like all like hallucinogens and shit, and then they all start freaking out, and he fucks them up.
Well,
you know, the section at Blockbuster was called Japanimation, and you would go there, and you would have Guyver and Ninja Scroll and 8-Man After and Project A-Co, and they
Ghost of the North Star, Akira.
Yeah, Fist of the North Star, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So for a long time, we had access to manga and anime, but it was a very it was like the creme de la creme was escaping fucking Japan.
Yeah, it was like the movie.
Golgo 13. Sorry.
That's what I hear. Yeah. Like you guys had to smuggle VHS tapes and shit, all kinds of.
Oh, we were criminals.
I mean, it's like, oh, are you into anime? I'm like, no, I'm not really anime. But then I go, wait a minute, I was taking fucking like,
I heard a boot
trips from Queens down to Chinatown to this place called Octopus Kingdom. Where for for like $30, you can get like 3 VHS tapes, and they'd be filled with like anime. Like sometimes it would be like fucking full-length feature films on there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it would
just
be dubbed.
like
Sometimes it
bootleg
wouldn't.
random shit. Well, it's
Yeah.
Chinatown, so of course it was.
Yeah. Like that was
At
where I
this
saw
point.
like some of the first Dragon Ball Z shit, but it like
Mhm.
wasn't in sequence. It was just like a couple of fucking episodes.
Yeah.
Like
Did Dan say
Super
there was a boot?
Saiyajin. It was crazy. Say what?
Is someone in the back room?
Fuck, Dan, I can't hear what she said. I'm sorry, Irene.
Someone's in the back room?
Yeah, I was wondering if somebody
Yeah.
was in the back room.
I heard a boop.
I don't see anybody.
Oh, okay. All right. Dan was hearing things then. Carry on.
Yeah, my
Super
local comic shop,
Saiyajin.
like my local comic shop.
That's the
had,
one I
like-
heard. It was like this one guy. He was like really badass, and his hair turned yellow. And then there was another guy, and his hair turned yellow, but he was bigger, and he just was like punching his fucking shit into the mountains and stuff. It was fucking. That's all it was. The whole episode. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then they showed me another episode, and it was like this fucking sucks. Like, shit.
Yeah, my comic shop had like bootlegs of like Dragon Ball Z and like, dude, probably like 93, 94.
Nice.
We were watching like the Future Trunks saga, like,
Mhm.
and then like they start airing it. And they're like, oh, look at this guy. I'm like, I know about that guy. And, like,
You
yeah,
want
all
to
we
hear
had was like
something?
the movie stuff, you know, like when Ghost in the Shell came out in theaters, we all like lost our shit. We're like, oh, Japanimation's in theaters.
Animation. Oh. I think
Sorry.
even the Dragon Ball stuff, that's honestly a little before my time. Not that like when I was in elementary school, it's like all the boys were watching Dragon Ball, the girls were watching Sailor Moon, but I didn't like either of them, so I wasn't really paying attention back then. But the thing is, in Asia, anime and manga is just everywhere, right? So I was watching other shit like esoteric shit that nobody knows. Like I was reading this manga about this like farming family brewing sake. It was really, really niche and weird, but it just wasn't these big shows that are in America. I don't even know like what the fuck the English name of the things I was reading were. There was like Taiwanese people would know exactly what I'm talking about. There was like a cooking show. It was like this boy and like his like hot girl sidekick traveling across China trying to be the best cook and shit. He was in like a Chinese outfit. It was really weird. There was like a little kids show called Doremi, and of course Doraemon and Shin Chan. But those are like more kids shows.
Dude, you guys
But
remember
yeah.
Superbook?
Right, what?
You guys remember Superbook? This
No.
old Superbook was an anime based on the Bible. That was like when I was
Oh,
a
my.
kid, it would show it all the time, and it was like two kids, like a girl and a boy, and they had this robot, and they would travel and they would explain stories in the Bible. So you'd see like David versus Goliath, or like, and that I mean, we're talking like 70s, early 80s, like anime stuff, man. Like that was the style that it was in.
Oh,
So
that's
people were like,
weird.
so people saw it, growing up, like they saw anime, they just didn't know what the hell it was. And
Like
Superbook
8
is
frames per second.
like
We
Superbook
had
was
a lot of the
Speed
history
racing,
that I
dude.
learned. It was like from manga. We would have like manga of ancient Chinese history, and that's all the history I actually remembered because it wasn't taught in boring, classes from textbooks. Was like in manga form, and they had like Buddhism manga. As my family is Buddhist, so they would like find Tibetan Buddhist stories in manga. There's like all kinds of manga about all kinds of shit. It's crazy.
That's why I feel like in a way that's why it's kind of taken off here, because not everybody wants to read superhero stuff.
Yeah. Well, the problem with
not
like
only
American
because
comics,
like Marvel and DC. I'm not just like Marvel and DC are like fucking up and like burning their own house down, but just
It's
like
more than
manga becoming like just manga has a broader appeal because it's like telling all kinds of different stories, like fishing
Definitely.
and
Like,
basketball
the thing
and
is-
fucking kayak. You know what I mean? It's like fucking.
no, there is a manga, a really popular manga that is literally about red and white blood cells. And it is a whole fucking manga about how your blood cells and how your biology works. And it's really
No
entertaining
shit.
and people
That's
love
super
it.
cool.
There's another manga about salmon swimming upstream. Like the characters they're like these salmon with anime eyes. And it's like they're battling to swim back upstream into their birthplace to reproduce the next generation. That's the whole fucking manga. It's about salmon. Like, it's wild.
And you're
So-
learning about it as you read. You're like,
And I keep on saying this, like, fucking, there's a lot of boomers here that think, well, manga's all hentai, and then they just want to, and because they have that preconception, it's, you know, they pick out, people will send them shit that's fucking hentai or weird. They're like, oh, look, it's manga and anime is all hentai, and it's all like weird, gross shit. I was like, just because
All the good stuff.
that's like saying don't read books because 50 Shades of Grey exists or something. That's so fucking ignorant, because manga is a medium, it's not a genre. It's because there's manga is what comics could be if it wasn't constrained by, you know, we had the whole comics code shit, but also by sort of self-imposed, like the superhero comics, it's just juggernauts here. That's what everybody does, and like indie books are really restrained, and it's just like there's not incentive to go wild and create in different genres of the medium. So people think comics, they think it's superheroes. No, comics could be so much more. And like the success of manga proves that the regular person on the street is open to reading comics. You just have to deliver something that they would read, because everybody prefers different types of stories. Even Europe, they're doing it. In Europe, you can find fucking anything, but you don't have that here.
Even in
And people think that the problem is, well, comics just doesn't sell. No, the problem isn't the medium. Sorry, I go on rants about this a lot because it's really frustrating.
That's even like in Mexico. They have my grandma, my aunt, read romance comics.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in Spanish.
It's a wonderful medium. Yeah. Comics are actually really big in South America. They don't have much of a domestic industry, but they import a lot of European stuff and a lot of manga. Like there's such a huge audience out there. The medium is not the problem. The medium has so much potential. Just our whole business model here is weird. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah,
no. I don't want to stop you from going.
No, I'm done. I'm just gonna keep on ranting.
Like I'm a huge fan of heavy metals. Like like mid '90s. My mom, her husband, he gave me like a long box of heavy metals, heavy metal magazines, and a long box of Savage Sword of Conan.
Yeah.
Right. And I think he was like manager in an apartment complex, and somebody had like left them. Right. It was like, somebody left these comics in this apartment when they moved out. Hey, you know, I'm married to this woman, you know what I mean? So he grabbed these and handed them off to me, and he suddenly became the coolest fucking dude on the planet. But so like while everybody was kind of like sucking Image's dick in the 90s, like I was like flipping through heavy metals and like absorbing that, and that's all European.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that's like not superhero shit. Like none of it's fucking really superhero shit. And if it is, it's almost like tongue in cheek, or it's you know humor, but it's like really cool sci-fi stuff. You know, really cool fucking fantasy shit, like all kinds of cool shit. It's just like it doesn't have to be superheroes. Like it's like let's have a film industry and only make westerns.
Exactly. It's so fucking weird. And then I don't know. And then people are like, say they don't want to read manga or learn from manga, and I don't know. People are really resistant to it, but they don't understand that. Well, what I'm saying is you have to look at their business model, as in they're expanding into different genres, and they have this whole, they're like ultra merit based, and we have it in the indie scene and everything, but like, well, I've given up. I don't even know, like, they're never going to listen in the big two. They're never going to have such a customer focused business model, because the way manga works isn't entirely what book succeeds. It's based on customer feedback. They're like really cutthroat about it, but it's that on top of the fact that you have like a wide range of different genres, and like there's a manga out there for everybody. So
yeah, I think the problem that I think what Marvel does is like they'll grab like Spider-Man and try and change it into like something else that it's not supposed to, instead of just creating a new book.
Well, yeah. It's this whole weird thing, but it's like the most dysfunctional shit because is it capitalism? But it's like the most unhealthy and uncreative way, and they're just sort of milking these old IPs, and they're like, well, they reboot shit, and now they're even without talking about like, well, race bending or gender bending characters. Even before that, they would just reboot characters, and because they're just milking these characters that were established like almost a century ago and they don't want to let go of it because they're like, well, it's too much of a risk to create something new. And that's the same, there's this whole pervasive issue in our entertainment in America where they're risk averse because creativity is in the hands of people who are, well, the production and the money is in the hands of people who are not creative and they don't want to take risk and they don't understand that long term, well, you need to take some risk and create something new. It's not just about, well, it's about the art and hoity-toity art shit. No, you have to create something new or people are going to get tired of it. And that's
they don't want to
happening
lose
now.
their jobs. They don't want to lose their corporate jobs. If they say,
Nobody
hey, let's
wants to
get
take a risk.
crazy and like let's do something brand new. Well, if that
Yeah.
brand new thing fails, then those people lose their jobs. So yeah, they're
Yeah.
actually like,
The Lord of the
It's
Rings
vanilla.
movies wouldn't have been made today because the reason it was so good was because they funded all three at once and just threw all this money at it and filmed it all at once. And that was the only reason it was that good. And it would never happen today because people would be risk averse. They wouldn't want to spend that much money. I think like Peter Jackson took it to 2 people before New Line Cinema. And all those people were like, one of them was Harvey Weinstein, so that was great. But everybody was like, oh, you have to cut it to 2 movies. Oh, you have to cut it to 1 movie. No, this is too big of a risk. So he was like, fuck it, no. And like that's not even in comics right now. I remember actually trying to pitch Fiendish to a couple publishers, and everybody was like, "We don't want something long form. We want like a short little thing. Like make it like a mini series." And that's why there's so many mini series. Like it's just 6 issues, and that's it. Because nobody wants to take a risk. And I think even in the indie scene, a lot of people think this way. And I'm not saying that you should put all your eggs in one basket, but I think there is value to creating something that's high investment and long form and planning for that. And if it doesn't work out, then maybe improve on your story, figure out what's working. And because I think like any work can be salvageable, but if you like spend a lot of effort and write a good story and plan it out from the beginning, like that you put in the legwork, if you're invested in from the start, it's gonna be good. Like that's just like maybe I'm fucking crazy, but I think that it has to make it. I know I'm fucking crazy, but it's like it's almost like because everybody approaches
internet, man.
creativity from this sort of this view of, well, let's just throw ideas out there, and if the creators themselves are low investment and they're not invested in the stories, well, the readers can tell too, and that's why all these mini series fail, because the creators aren't putting their heart and their soul into it, because they're just like, let me just throw an idea out there, it's all disposable, I don't need to put my heart into it, I don't need to care, so of course nobody's gonna start reading, of course readership's gonna go down after book 1, and then we sort of people in American comics just think that's the natural way of things. Like, well, you're gonna have to keep on doing book 1s, and I've been told this. I'm like, you can't do something that's 12 books long because people are just going to not buy. The readership is just going to go down. That's just how things are. I'm like, no, that's not how things work. Look at manga. Readership goes up if a story is successful. But it's like burned into everybody's mind here that you need to keep on rebooting. You have to sell number 1s. That's the only way to create sustainable stories, because nobody's going to stick with a story for that long. And it's absolutely fucking absurd. I'm done.
All right.
I had my coffee, by the way, so I'm awake.
There you
now.
go. Somebody's coffee's kicking in. Excellent.
I'll
work.
shut up now.
I have like several story ideas, and I'd like to produce all of those, and then just kind of let's see which one germinates and which one, like, because it's like I have Mandibles, and I'm really excited about that one, and I really like am jamming on it. But like, what if nobody gives a fuck? I don't know. Like I also have like a werewolf story. So it's like I want to like tell these base stories, and then maybe if the popularity in one kicks off, I would be down with doing that. Does that make sense?
I think if you give a fuck, the readers will give a fuck. So pick your favorite. I think that matters a lot. I sincerely believe that.
I give a fuck about Mandibles.
We'll do Mandibles then. It looks cool. The designs look fucking cool. I love the whole idea, like the art, fucking monster. I love monster shit. So
Yeah,
do
me
it.
too.
I think
These
if you
rubber
make something and
monsters.
you're like, yeah, if you're sincere about it, then like the audience will you will find your audience. If you just make something good.
Yeah.
New custom fit. Tape on Pampers.
I think one
Pampers.
thing we also can learn from manga and also anime too is like you tell your story and like
Fucking
here's my
end it.
tell your story and get the fuck out.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know.
it's this whole thing where I mean, I'm a proud capitalist and all that shit, but it's almost like I think you need to sort of balance like actually creating a good product because when it gets to the point of you're just like rebooting and just regurgitating the same thing over and over, you won't let stories end. That was interesting. I actually was like watching this British reviewer critiquing like me, like one of those like Mauler types, um, and like but he was a Brit and he was saying, well, Americans can't let things end. And I'm like, you're right. Holy shit.
Yeah.
My mind is blown. We can't let things end. We can't let things go. I don't know if it's like a cultural thing or if it's just like the way our entertainment works is run by people who just kind of want to like milk the shit out of every single idea. But it's like, I don't know. It's not really a good long-term business plan. I think at some point, like, you should balance the art and the business because it's you like water it down. It just seems wrong. It just seems wrong to like not let things end.
Or you can always,
Or maybe
let it end and come back to it too. That's also, a possibility.
yeah.
Like it doesn't
Yeah,
have
and
to necessarily,
well, I think I here's the way I'm gonna put it. I'm not against people sort of like milking the world or an idea, but I hate reboots, like straight up reboots and just like rebooting a character. I just think that's it's obviously a money grab and you're just trying to recreate what's already been created before, but it's never the fact is it's just never going to be as good as the first time it was told because it was novel and it was new. And that's the problem. That's why you water down a product. That's why it's a bad long-term plan because you regurgitating what's already been done, it's never going to be as good as the first time. So I love it when in like they're doing this with Harry Potter and a few other franchises. I think even stuff like Naruto, Boruto is doing that. Like do like tell a different story that has similar themes in the same world with different characters on a different timeline. And you already have a really cool world built, and you already have like similar themes. Maybe it's like your main character's child or something, or it's a different part of the world, but you can keep on exploring, like, oh, this cool magic system that you already established. So you can keep on milking that in a way, go make your money, but you're not watering down the original work.
Yeah. You're telling the story in the same universe like that. My Hero Academia, the Vigilante story. I like that more than the actual mainline stuff. And it's just about like three guy like if you don't go to school and be certified, like you can't be a superhero in that world. Well, these guys are kind of doing it anyway. And and one guy doesn't even have any fucking powers. You're like, oh, cool. Like this is cool. Like you're
cool.
You're telling the same story. You're using that universe, or even like even like One Punch Man. They do One Punch Man season 1, and then the guy goes off and does Mob Psycho, which is different and awesome, and then he's One Punch Man season 2. So you're not sitting there like milking. You could jump back and forth in between IPs or ideas. You not necessarily have to. Well, all I have to do is One Punch Man, 80 seasons of this thing, and till it gets burnt out in the ground.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like people need to know when like let a story end and when it's time to just like go explore something else because like a story it's like it's not I think too many people view franchises as their well as a franchise. I'm not against like viewing things as a franchise, but I think what I'm trying to say is they don't understand that well when you tell a story it needs to end because a story is like writing an essay. It's like you prove there's a point to your story and then you finish telling it and the fact that it ends means okay I'm done telling my point. That's the end of it, right? And so and more episodic stories it's every episode it's like it's like a theme that's like every episode is an essay. So with more episodic things it's easier to just kind of like drag it out and go on forever. But at the end of the day, I think you still would exhaust your sort of like audience, and it's like there's only so much you can. There's only so many ways you can tackle every theme, and and change things before you and like, are you gonna just change it up so completely restart it so it's not even the same show? No, you have to let your stories end, and there's no value to it unless you just end it and finish what you're saying. It's like somebody standing on stage is going on and on and on and talking about the subject and just repeating themselves, and people get fucking sick of it.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Cowboy Bebop was still going?
No, it would be fucking annoying, and
Exactly.
it would be watered down.
Yeah, they told the story, they did, and they ended it, and it was like, oh,
Yep.
that's why it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then now those guys can do whatever they want because they did Cowboy Bebop.
Exactly. And it's like I just can't understand it, because like I'm doing a long form story with Fiendish, but I'm like desperate to end it. I do not want to end up like Miura or George R. R. Martin. I'm like, I want to end it. I want to be done with this. Like in by the time I'm middle aged. So like the satisfaction in my mind, like when this is done, it's gonna be so great. It's like you're sending your child off to college. You're finally the fuck out of here. I did a good job. Now get the fuck out. Go out into the world. Like
Yes.
like every time I finish a project, it's a sense of accomplishment. I'm happy, and I don't want to go back to it. I want to put it on a shelf and gaze at it lovingly every day and never draw it again. It's great. I don't understand like why people would want to just like not let a story end, because it's like it's a sense of accomplishment, and you can take what you learn and go create something new.
And then now people also they follow creators with the internet. They pay attention. So if you end your story, it's not your end, because well, I like this story that you did. I'm gonna follow you, and I'm excited to see the next thing that you do. Maybe you did robots. Now you're gonna do ninjas, or you know what I mean. Maybe you're gonna do. People will be excited to see the new stuff that you do now because they follow your work now because of the internet.
Yeah, maybe people just don't have faith in themselves to create something new or create something that's just as good. Oh, hey kiddo.
I hear a small person.
I hear kiddo. Hi kiddo. It's a nice cyber frog.
Yeah, that's my kiddo. I'm gonna have to take her outside to play.
Okay. Okay, bye kiddo.
You're gonna say bye-bye? They're saying bye to you. You want to talk to them?
I'm just a little bit shy.
You're a little bit shy?
Yeah, I hear you.
It's okay.
Yeah, I'll put you.
We'll have fun playing.
You're gonna say bye-bye?
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, let's see. I don't even know how to get out of this. I haven't used StreamYard.
Get out of here.
All right, see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Hale, check him out. He's all over the place.
Oh my god. What are y'all working on?
Nothing.
Ninja.
Oh, Christopher
What are you
John
doing?
also bounced.
Oh my god, PTP is on.
Yeah. You want to go on his channel?
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm free until like 3-ish, so I'll go wherever you guys go.
Well, I won't be going.
I just want to hang out. Why do you hate PTP, Dan?
I'm not
What's your beef,
PTP's
Dan?
buddy, like Matt.
Oh, okay.
I just don't think I don't think you've worked with him yet. That's all.
Or you.
Are you have the link? Don't you, Irene?
I do.
What's wrong? Oh, Dan. Do you want the link, Dan?
No, it's all right. It's cool.
Guess
Go ahead.
You just don't know him. It's a little awkward. That's fine. You'll get to know him.
I mean, I've been going for 2.5 hours. I was just like streaming, waiting for PTP to start up.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. All right. Do it.
I'll see y'all later.
So, Dan, thank you so much. Everybody knows Irene.
Nobody knows me.
I have to end this button. Nope. Okay.
Bye.